All right, let's come on back up in here. All right, y'all, let's come on back up in here. All right, so good thing I did restart the live because a lot of people have been complaining saying they can't chat, they can't comment. Well, the reason why you can't comment is because I've been having sub-only chats on. I'm sorry. Once you put it on, they put it on by default. So I took it off sub-only chat. So everybody can comment, not just the subscribers. But that's not a bad idea. I might just start switching to the sub-only chat a lot. But that's the reason why a lot of you couldn't comment. It's not because we muted you. It's because my bad. Since this weekend, I've been having it on sub-only chat, and it's been by default every time I go live. It's been sub-only chat, so that's the reason why that a lot of y'all couldn't comment. So I took it off sub-only chat, but we're gonna start going to sub-only chat more. So y'all come on back up in here. I'm gonna start bringing people up. I had to restart the live.
I just come up to get some support.
Thank you. I need all the support I can get. Start bringing people up.
Yeah, because one thing they want to do is silence. They get so mad, and then the fact is, the people who's doing the reporting look like us. Majority of them don't even live in America, but they got hatred. It is not our fault if you're suffering in life. It is not our fault when you come to America you can't afford to live month to month, and your paycheck is paid week to week or whatever. You don't have a savings account. You can't travel back home. A lot of y'all have not been home, or your children have not been back in over 20 years. They first generation here, and all they know is American.
That's right.
See, I helped. Hey, cousin. Good morning, handsome.
Yes, you did. So I forgot to put the topic.
Good morning, fam.
Do this is because I still think I'm running the last live. I'm still thinking I got my thing, but the topic is how immigrant and tether classes are used as a buffer class against FBA progress and achievement. So I think it was the H word that I said that got me flagged for HATE speech. So I hope I just won't. I don't even use it, so I won't use it anymore. But I think that's ridiculous that the OMO word is considered HATE speech. That's crazy. That's just crazy. So I'm thinking that's what it was. But they
But
flat.
use AAVE abundance. Come up with some creative words. We are a very creative group of
We
people
are.
when it comes to our dialect.
Well, we say things like we say no diddy. We say
Yeah, we
Paul.
can say no diddy.
We can say no diddy. Okay. But the H word, you can't use that. You can't use that. That's a derogatory term. Now, and do y'all see how our free speech that we supposedly have in this country is being taken from it?
Hmm
They're
Did
taking
you
words
see
out of
that
vocabulary.
African American detective going around?
The what?
Anytime, anytime people have lives, they get a one of those error message that says in your life now, African American detective on this app.
I've never seen that.
Ooh. hmm
Doesn't surprise me though.
What?
Look at it. I'm gonna send it to you. You want me to drop it and send it to you?
Yeah, send it
Can
to
you
me.
see
Send
it?
it to me. Send it to me. So remember that time we start having police officers in our lives, y'all, and they're like, oh, I'm just here to monitor. Oh, I love black people. Mm-hmm. They want to see what's going on, y'all. I'm telling you. Yeah, screenshot that. They got African American detectives in our lives. That's not surprising. That's why we got to get our own app, y'all. We got to get our own app, y'all. We got to get our own app. We got to get off these people's platforms completely. We got to listen. I want y'all to understand what the Matrix is. I really want y'all to really understand what the Matrix is, y'all, because y'all don't understand what the Matrix is. Y'all don't understand what the Matrix is, okay? The Matrix is this opting in. The Matrix is the techno. all the technology that they're giving you to use, it comes with a certain stipulation and a certain contract. If you opt in, they're allowed to do this, that. They're allowed to monitor you. They're allowed to take away your freedoms. They're putting this all kinds of stipulation on this thing. This is the Matrix is not what you think. The Matrix is right now. The Matrix is in your mind. They're controlling you because all these contracts that you got to sign, opt in online. You don't even got to type your name out. You just got to put in some, X. It's like you just check mark this, check mark this, and then you click accept, and they got your IP address, and now you're in. And if you want to use anything the Matrix has, that's wonderful. You're signing up to be controlled. I don't watch television. I don't watch mainstream media. I focus only on the grassroots media. That's pretty much the television. That's pretty much what I watch on a regular basis. I'm always plugged in. I'm watching the grassroots media every single day. They tell me what's going on. I know what my people are doing. I know how my people are moving. I'm clicked in. I'm codified with my people because I'm clicked into the grassroots. If you're not clicked into the grassroots, you don't know nothing. You probably don't even know about buffer class.
If you know about the new black media, if you're out there, go on and type 1 in that box. Let us see what you're talking about.
Yeah, if you know about the new black media, if you know about the grassroots media, type a 1 in the chat box. Type a 1. African American. Is that what it says? African American detective? What? Are they identifying us like that?
Yes. I sent you 2 videos. One of us and one of an Indian man who got it.
Wow. So, do they have a YT detective? I mean, do they have an Indian
You see
detective?
that?
It's just they want to detect, so they're monitoring, watching us.
They
You
been.
know
I
what?
told y'all every time I try to. The reason I don't post a lot of history is because they flag it,
Wow. Posting
and then they
history?
put like a age restriction on it, and then they say
Not
it's
surprisingly
showing,
still.
They
and it
don't
don't be
want
no
they
violence.
don't
Just
want
be
our
our
history
history.
being shown. What?
It just be our history. It's so much that I do want to share, but every time it's so hard to get it to come through. As you can see, they shadow ban.
That's on purpose. This is all on purpose. Do not think.
Are you on X, Sweet Wolf?
No, I don't know how to. You know
Get
I'm
on
old.
get on X, and I'm gonna follow you. I'm on X because I want to see those videos. You can get away with it on X right now.
You
Well,
know,
that's for sure. The
I
one
could
thing
never just like but I get on.
Go ahead. What were you saying, Wolfie?
I just could never just get into it. Like I left Facebook and came over here, and it was easy to, this concept was easy to grasp. But I get on X.
But check out X. I'll follow you. Okay, we'll send some
Mhm.
followers your way too because a lot of those videos we need to see. That's the only platform right now we can really, they allow all kinds of dumb stuff on X, man. They allow corn on X. I mean, it's ridiculous, man. Watch out for some of the profiles y'all look into. That's all I'm gonna tell you, man. It's just ugh. But it's the best place for freedom of speech right now. They allow it all. Okay.
Elon Musk, what's his name?
Elon Musk, he allows it all.
Yeah,
It's
I'm
all.
sorry. I am not a Musk fan, so
Ah,
he
I
got
don't.
too his actions, all stuff. That's
Well,
too.
you got to understand where he comes from. He comes from. First of all, he comes from a very, very wealthy family.
And
Dad,
South African. Yeah,
yeah, yeah. I mean,
yeah.
mom is like. I think
And
his mom is
again,
like
he comes
German.
from the apartheid era of South Africa, and he's attached himself to American politics.
Mm-hmm.
No, this doesn't sit well with me, particularly when he's supposed to be the guy in charge of, I guess, what did they say? He's doing the lookout or the
Well, he
checking
just
up on what the budget is or how the
yeah.
spending is going.
I don't see nothing wrong with that. I mean, you know, he got Vivek Ramaswamy, him. I think it's three of them. I think
I'm
it's
sorry, I can't trust them immigrants. I'm sorry, I don't trust none of them second generation immigrants. I do not trust them to handle because they have not proven themselves to be friendly to us. They have proven themselves to be hostile to us. They have not proven themselves to be friendly to us. I understand that they may be doing things for the general public that might seem well, but when it comes to their actions towards foundational Black Americans,
and there have been all kinds of and, you know, even within Tesla, there've been all kinds of complaints that there's favoritism and uh,
straight up racism in this company. They got nooses in the bathrooms, man.
yeah,
That's going on in this company. And he's like, oh, well, okay, sarah, sarah.
yeah. There's been some things, but you know, I hate to overlook. You know, you see those things, but then you see some of his genius and some of his greatness, and that's the problem. No one's ever gonna look out for us. You got to understand, no one's ever gonna look out. We the only ones that are gonna look out for us. Everybody's gonna look out for themselves in their group, and we gotta have that same mindset to look out for ourselves and our group. We have to.
But we don't expect people to look out for us, but they expect us to look out for them.
Right. And we can't do that. We can't be listen, hospitality I think is just who we are. The Bible constantly talks about the meek, the meek, the meek. The meek shall inherit the earth. The hospitable shall inherit the earth. The people with hospitality, the people that mean you no harm, they're the ones who are eventually going to inherit the earth. That's us, y'all. I want y'all to understand that's us.
Y'all know, someone mentioned the military. Y'all know that they can go in the military without being a citizen and still get deported after their services.
They sure can.
They can, but they can also be
They sure
deported
can.
too.
That's why I
Yeah.
just say still get
Oh,
deported after the
yeah, still get
services.
deported for sure.
After they
Uh,
complete their services, they get deported.
But I don't even know if we want immigrants in our military. Do we really want that? Do we really want to train
What
them
the
so they know
military is.
how we work from the inside out? Because we can go. Did y'all know right now you can go join somebody? You can go say I want to join Ethiopia's military, and if they let you join, you can join. You can go join the Mexican military. If they let you join, you can join. So but here's the thing: do we want immigrants who are non-citizens in our military, learning our military strategy, and then when they get deported, they can go back and train their military? Do we really want that?
I
I
don't
don't
think
know.
they in the top secret rooms. I just think
Okay,
they foot.
but still,
no,
they learn
they're
enough
short of pew
strategy.
pew stoppers.
Right, they learn enough strategy though. They learn enough. I don't want to train them at all. That's our military.
I'd rather them than us.
Yeah, I heard that. I heard that. I
Yeah.
heard that.
Say it again.
I heard that. But you know, it's like we don't want them in our politics. They shouldn't even be allowed in our politics.
See, that's where I'm at. That's
Hmm.
where
I don't
I'm
I
at.
don't care if you
I
get a
mean,
citizenship or not, right? You become a citizen. If you should not be able to get into the House or the Congress. Well, we know you can't become president, but that's a lie because we had Obama.
Long as they born over here, they 35 years old, and they've been living in America for 14 years. Right.
That's why we got to change that birthright. That'll stop
oh,
that.
absolutely. Because the last thing I want is it anyway. I
That'll
ain't gonna
stop
say that.
that.
Man. Let that ride.
That
Well, they
birthright.
helping to change it because they're not following the law. They're not supposed to come over here in certain months of pregnancy, and if you're not a citizen, they coming over here. They having kids in the hospital. Then they going back home, leaving unpaid bills, and the child not have dual citizenship.
Y'all know
So
y'all know who was the anchor baby? Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee was an anchor
Yeah.
baby. He was an American
Yeah.
citizen. That's why he was able to travel from Hong Kong back to the States. Because his parents were traveling entertainers, and they went over to America while the wife was pregnant and had Bruce Lee in San Francisco. And then he came back to San Francisco and start living there.
I like Bruce.
Bruce Lee was the anchor baby. Shout out to Bruce Lee. We like Bruce Lee. Shout out to that brother.
Ain't no doubt.
You know,
Look, I'm a tomboy, doesn't matter.
Who
non-citizens
you like?
can't join the military. User,
Karate movies
you
and
don't know
stuff.
anything you're talking about. Non-citizens can join our military. Yes, they can.
Yes, they can. Yes, they can.
Yes,
And
they
they get
can.
deported.
We got
That
people
happened
from
under
Colombia.
45 was president.
Mm-hmm.
He actually did that with a Latino soldier or a soldier from Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, they can.
Mm-hmm.
And they complain. And listen, there's video about them saying,
And
I
that's
was
it.
in
He's
the
just not being
military.
let back in, by the
I'm
way.
not being let back in. Some of them are, but a lot of them aren't.
A lot of them aren't.
A lot of them aren't. Once they serve their term, they get you up out of here.
And they saying they happy that this is being exposed, that this is people are now talking about it.
Let's bring up Ronald Reed. Not Ronald Reagan, but Ronald Reed. Let's bring him
Good
up.
morning, Ronald.
Greetings, sir.
What's up, Ronald? How are you, brother?
Where's my globe?
Hello, Ronald. You there? Did you hit the phone by? Did it hit by accident? Ronald? Ronald Reed. Are you there, brother?
Whatever you're speaking into isn't working.
I mean, we hear you moving in the background, so we know you're there. Okay, it wasn't an accident. Okay, we'll let you back down. We'll let you back down. Sorry. I'm not gonna denigrate you for doing it on accident, but be careful. Be careful, because as soon as I see
Wolfie,
that thing flash, I'm bringing you up.
did you get your moment of truth today, Wolfie?
You know I wake up early. What happened? Which true? I
No,
did.
Talk
it's
about the go ahead,
Huh?
YouTube, Professor Black Truth.
Professor Black Truth.
Oh, you talking about grassroots?
Yes, your black media, new black media. Start your day off with this moment of truth.
What
Hit
time it
him,
come
Wolfie.
on?
Then
Hit
it
him with
generally puts it out at 8 o'clock a.m. Monday through
But I
Friday.
have heard other people talk about it.
the
Oh yes,
topic.
sister. You
This is the topic, you guys. How immigrant and tether classes are used as a buffer class against FBA progress and achievements.
You like to start the conversation? This is how they're being used in my eye. When they come over, they don't educate themselves on America. They don't educate themselves on the people who've been here. But you often see immigrants come over and they feel like their life story is more important than the people life story that was actually here. When they use words like Black Americans don't take advantage of the resources. We don't have the same resources that's offering to
Thank you,
immigrants,
Ronald. Really appreciate it.
refugees, and people that's seeking asylum. We don't have those resources. We have the same resources as the poor white woman. Nothing. We don't have those resources. We don't have those resources without even having the privilege. And so when they come over here, they forget who paved the way, who actually lost their lives, who actually fought for the opportunities to not get discriminated towards, who actually done the work for them. And they come over here and they come with wherever they running from, and they feel like America is the safer place. And so when they come over here, they have to be better than someone, and they choose the Black American community. And the reason I feel like they choose the Black American community is because we was enslaved. They don't choose the indigenous because they feel like it's the indigenous land. They don't choose the white man because they feel like the white man owns everything. So they have to be better than the black man. And then when we debunk that they're not, and we shouldn't even have to, we should not even have to go through what we have accomplished, what we have contributed. The numbers are out, you know? We shouldn't, but we have to because they need to feel some kind of, have some kind of confidence in themselves. And the way that they feel like they can get that is shitting on the Black American. Good
Well, that
morning.
definitely does make them closer. I could I guess I would say
Good morning, Gabrielle.
if our immigrant class brothers and sisters who are here are being used against us, how they're being used against us, is somebody like Roland Martin.
Mm, mm, mm,
Okay?
mm.
Roland Martin gets access to the political elite. Roland Martin speaks against foundational Black American interests,
And
but
men.
yet somehow is a
Thank you, girl.
person that they listen to. Now, how can someone who has no ties to FBA stand in front of FBA and dictate and lecture to FBA? What can
Because
he
they
possibly
say we
say to
go
me?
to HBCUs, we pledge black fraternities, we was around, we're black in America, but your
You know my
heritage.
position. Again, the HBCUs are primarily now being run and led by, again,
A
immigrants.
buffer class.
Can I say something as an immigrant?
Sure,
Oh,
please.
go ahead. Go
Okay,
ahead.
good morning to you guys.
Good morning.
I am
Good
an
morning, sister.
immigrant. You know, I lived in Angola, I lived in Germany. I moved from Germany to here. And, you know, it's really sad because I do feel like Black Americans get treated differently. And it's not just by immigrants. I think within Black community, there's also, you know, people don't treat each other. And please don't get mad at me. I am not trying to
No,
offend
but we're gonna
anyone.
want to
If you
point the finger of where you from if you try to spread
No,
white
no, no.
teeth
Let me finish so
stereotypes.
you understand. That's why, like, if you could listen to each other without getting offended, maybe we're gonna understand where everybody comes from. So when I moved here from Germany, you know, when I was talking to, you know, the people, American people from the American embassy, they were like, "Oh, you guys going to United States? You have to be very careful because you know the way you behave, especially I'm black and my family's Afro Latin, right? So the way Afro American behave is not the way you behave. So you have to be careful because the American females do this, and the black male in America they're like most criminals. And we didn't hear
Who
from
told you
just the
that?
German people; we heard from American people.
So
So
who told
when
you
we
that?
I don't
moved to
believe that
United
lie.
Who
States,
told you that?
so
What American?
when we moved to United States,
Hold on, real quick.
we already
What
came like a little bit
what
concerned
American? What
She said
American?
because
she heard that in German. She didn't hear that over here, and I don't
no,
believe
I
that.
heard that in Germany. Like we were
Hold on,
warned.
sweetie. Let
We
me
were
talk
warned
to
to
you.
be careful. Hmm.
What American people told you that?
She said
We
Germans.
were at the American embassy because they prepared us before we came. Like
So the
okay, this is
American embassy, people at the
yes,
American embassy
we
told
heard
you
from
about
Is
what?
that
Americans.
actually surprising and shocking? Is it
Yeah, we
really?
actually heard from Americans.
They
We
told
heard from
you they told you
Americans.
this about Black
Black
Americans?
Americans.
Yes, they told us to be
Yes.
very careful
Do you know
Yes,
because
of
them as Black
course.
Americans?
yeah, they told us to
A
be careful
government
because we were
body telling
different.
someone coming into the country to be careful of those people right there, even though
Uh-huh.
you look just like those people
And
right
they
Yeah.
there?
Black American.
And the thing is, it's not just
Not
before we
Americans,
came,
but they
even
black,
now.
right? In America.
For example, even now, right? When I go somewhere and there's black people, especially men and stuff, they look at us really funny. But then when they hear our accent, they're like, "Oh, you guys are not from here. How are you guys doing?" Black Americans. Like I have a lot of black American men that say, "Oh, you know, I don't like black girls, but you know, from here, so I would like to take you for dinner." So I think the
They just trying to
problem
do you,
is
sweetie.
no, no, I'm married. You know, I'm a married woman.
Just let her
But the
finish.
thing is, like, okay, especially from us, they come from other cultures. We come here with the mentality, okay, when we go to America, we want to grow, we want to work hard to get to what we want. So, in the way the America is structured, is to make them, you know, Black Americans always look the criminals. And then what doesn't help is the fact, like, when you look at music videos, those videos all you see is the men like you know wear all those jewelry, black women just you know twerking and dancing, drugs, and you know in the movie they show that. So everybody in the world has that image. Okay, this is the American, there is the Black American community. This is how they behave. For me, I'm 41 and I do a lot of researches now. And I'm like, even for me to be able to be free in America, it's because you guys fought for freedom. So anybody that comes to
Yes.
America today and we can have a normal life is because you fought. So I thank you guys, Afro American people, because you are the one that really made United States what it is today. And for me to be a black free woman in America is because you fought. So a lot of us forget that. A lot of us choose to focus only on what we see that is wrong within Afro-American community, you
What
know?
is wrong with African American community? We
Uh,
have, can I say this?
yes,
Because
ma'am.
I'm 42 and I grew up watching, especially after 20, watching Nollywood movies. You know?
Yeah,
Nollywood. You know, it was a lot of Yorubas in my college. And I
yeah,
grew up watching Nollywood movies. And when I watch these Nollywood movies, I don't take what I see on TV as the actual Nigerian. I know it's for entertainment purposes. However, y'all use this excuse, someone told me. You had the choice to do your research. They warned us, you had the choice to do your research. Because the
yeah.
numbers would never lie. When y'all say, oh, black Americans in community, I mean, in crime, we're not the majority in crime, like we're not the majority living below poverty, but yet that's what you believe.
Right.
And yet you believe that hip hop and the music videos is the only representation
No,
of
that is
black
not what I
Americans,
believe.
and
You cannot tell me.
we have over 100 years of representation
No,
that we
you cannot
forced
say
to
that
be
is what
out.
I believe because my ex is Afro American, and I help Afro American communities. So you cannot say I believe that because I'm educated
No,
and
it's like if you don't
no,
believe it, someone from your community do
No, I
because
see
y'all
what
said
she's
you was
saying.
warned.
no.
I do. I
What
get
I'm
what she's saying. She's
saying,
not saying it in a.
I'm not saying
She is saying be aware.
yeah, that is
If
what
I'm hearing her
happened.
correctly.
So I want y'all to
Yes, that
understand
is
this.
what
Hold on,
happens. You know,
hold on,
yeah,
Gabrielle. Hold on. I'm the host. I'm gonna let you speak. I gotta run a show here. I want y'all to focus on Debbie Joe's comment. If you travel to Europe for vacation, you are told not to buy from African vendors on the street. That's a real thing.
yeah.
When
yes,
you're
Yeah.
in Africa, when I was in East Africa, the first people that came at me were the Canadian Somalians. And you know what the Canadian Somalians were saying? Watch out for the African vendors. Watch out for the house girl because she's going to steal your stuff and she might
yeah,
have HIV. And watch out and see if they're taking any pills. That's what they were saying. It
yeah,
was to the point where I was like, man, I don't want to get a house girl. I don't know. I don't want some lady cooking my food because what if she does have this?
yeah,
And
yeah.
what if she does try to steal from me? I better put some cameras in my house. So that's kind of now the embassy didn't tell me that.
Hmm.
I got that from the people with
The
boots on
people.
ground. Boots on ground. They told me, especially them Somalians, man. They were like
Other Africans,
other African, but they were Somalians trying to
did you
tell
believe
me
them?
not to hang out with these Africans. We're the cool Africans. We come from Canada.
Well,
Don't hang out with these Africans. You come hang around. The Somalis actually wanted. It's crazy because they actually wanted me to hang out with them in East Africa. They didn't want me hanging around the darker one. They wanted me to hang around them because they thought they were more like us. It was crazy. And I'm
But
looking
did you
at their.
believe them too
Of
much?
course
Because
not.
they do the
well,
same
there
thing
is
over
a
here. They
No.
talk against
I
each
know.
other, and I don't
Fortunately,
believe
I've
them.
dealt with Somalians in the U.S. to know enough that hey, they don't really rock with us in the U.S.
Anti-blackness is real.
there
Big
is
word.
Anti-blackness is against. We all fight against each
But
other,
when
and
I
I think
got to
that.
the East
Mhm.
Africa, they were the first ones to try to buddy and be like, "Hey, you American? I'm from Canada. Hey, let me tell you something, brother." Like what's going on here? What's going on here? So there is some truth to what she's saying. You know, now I didn't know it was. I don't disagree that the embassy was saying this.
Mhm.
It's a little disheartening to hear that the embassy was saying that.
Yeah, what's the embassy?
it's not disheartening. It is the reality. You have to remember um, Europe as a continent.
Hmm.
Okay, weren't they some of the originators of the slave trade? That
Hmm.
ideology has
Yep.
not changed, and it will not change. And to address, I think her name is Gabriella.
Hmm.
You mentioned something about the hip hop music and
Yes.
the over, I'll say, exposure
Hmm.
of a person's body. Are you aware that the majority of the music forms within the United States of America was created by Black Americans.
Yep.
Okay,
Yes.
that's jazz. Okay,
Rock and roll.
Jazz, punk,
Western,
rock and roll,
all
all
of
of it.
it.
Every genre of music was created by black people.
𝗖𝗂𝘁𝘁.
Absolutely.
Every
Absolutely.
one of them.
So, and I usually don't go up on panels, but I just kind of, been sliding through too muches, periodically. And as far as
Thank you,
being
sister.
warned, there is a particular African group of people that are known all over the world as being scammers, as
Yes.
being sly, slick. I mean, let's be realistic.
And I dated some of
And
them.
oh well, honey, God bless you. I'm a senior. I'm 70 years old. Okay, and I've seen and experienced a lot. And in the United, and I have to say this, in the United States right now, presently, we as Black Americans have got to lock arms again.
Yes.
Okay, we have to. I attend a church where a lot of the members are African from Liberia, and the attitude that they have towards Black Americans is negative. It's negative.
They're not citizens. You can deport them. They can get
Hold
deported.
on real quick. I got to deal with this comment again. You Nigerians who believe these lies that you're more intelligent than everybody, that's a lie.
Can
The
I?
white
Can
man-
I?
Go ahead, Wolfie. Go ahead, Wolfie. Go ahead.
When we look at the college degrees, Black Americans have more college degrees than Nigerians, but y'all lie to yourselves. We can actually look up. You know that man that say he created worldwide internet from Nigeria, where he lied and say he's a doctor, but he could not pass the PhD program. And then when we look at the Nigerians over here, you have to realize that some of those Nigerians that came over here with some money. Not all of them, because majority of the Nigerians over here is on government assistance, but the ones that came over with money, they don't F with you. They don't F with you in Nigeria
Nope.
or in America.
Nope, sure don't.
They don't invite you
Racism
to
is
their
real.
parties. They don't invite you to their weddings.
Well,
They
I
don't
really
F
don't
with
want to
you.
go. I really
They don't
wouldn't
F
go.
with you in a long
If I
way.
don't want you to go either.
See, that is the problem.
However,
We need to
but
stop
when you
being
come over here,
divided.
because
I'm
you
sure
feel
they
like
don't
you
want you to
know
go there
better
either.
than the Nigerians
Yeah,
in
Yeah, we don't need
Nigeria.
to argue with each other. We just need
Hold on, let
to.
me
If we,
finish.
Hold on.
Because
yeah.
you feel like
Listen,
you're
I
doing
know.
better than
Listen,
the
you guys.
Nigerians. You feel
Listen,
like you're
what
doing
you
better
gotta
than Black
do.
Americans, and that's not
Hold on, real
true.
quick. Hold on, real quick. Wolfie. I'm
They
gonna
don't
let
want you
you
Black Americans to
Hold
me either.
hold on, man. I'm gonna let y'all speak. I'm gonna let everybody speak. But
And you cannot
you
speak
gotta
when I'm speaking to
understand
people on the panel.
when we're speaking truth, it's hard. It's harsh truth, but you gotta hear it. Just like we gotta hear y'all babbling, you're gonna hear our hard truth. Okay, so you will do that and wait your turn. We're coming to you. I promise you, we're gonna come to you. You're gonna get a chance to speak and do whatever, say whatever you want to say. I don't mute anybody up in here really, unless they're talking out of turn. But I give everybody a chance to speak. Everybody knows I try to be as fair as I can be. But I'm an FBA, so I may be a little biased. But y'all are gonna hear this truth. Understand the lie. That's why we're talking about buffer class today. You guys are being used as a buffer class, and they're propping you up, making you believe these lies about Black
And it's
Americans,
normally
making you
Nigerians.
believe that you're smarter and you're really not. Okay, you're smart. Okay, you work hard. But guess what? Black
You're not the
Americans,
only
we've been
one.
doing this for a long time. We work harder and we're smarter, and we know the ways and the tricks of the white man that you don't understand. You have a colonized mindset. Our mindset is not colonized. We don't worship white
But
man.
look,
We don't
my
think white.
grandmother
Hold on,
Pete
hold on,
died
hold
and
on,
then has
hold
a
on.
college degree.
Hold on, let me finish. Let me
My
finish.
grandfather.
We don't worship the white man. We don't think they're superior to nothing. Every superior thing they got it from us.
Right.
And we know that. They're just good at taking credit for what we other people do. That's all YT is getting props for. They get credit for taking credit for what other people have done. They get credit from stealing from Africa. They get credit from stealing from Black Americans. They get credit from stealing all over the world and making you think they invented. They didn't invent Gunsmoke. Gunsmoke was invented in China.
Mm-hmm.
And
you understand what I'm saying? So all y'all need to just listen to these harsh truths that we're saying. I know it's hard to deal with, but it's true.
I'm gonna land
So
it,
just
but
deal with it. Go ahead.
it's
Go ahead.
less than 6 million. It's less than 6
Sequel,
million Black immigrants in the USA. You cannot compete with the Black American, our lineage, our history. Do you not realize that our grandparents have college degrees, that our aunties and uncles served in the military, has college degrees, that our parents are successful, our siblings? We didn't just start this 20 years ago. This has been a movement since we've been out of enslavement. And we have communities that's over 100 years old, predominantly Black American communities. Majority of the homes is 80% paid off. Now, when we compare the poor communities, which a lot of immigrants move to because they cannot afford the successful Black American community, and they come to these communities getting services. The first thing that they get when they get off the plane is they go to the food stamp office. They try to get food stamps.
Lights up to 10K.
And then you get over here and you know you got help. You know that your child was born on CHIP or Medicaid, not ours, but yours. But you know that your child was born on CHIP or Medicaid services, resources, and you get over here and act like you have not got any resources or government help.
See, I think that you guys attack more instead of trying to work together.
I'm not trying to work with you.
No, I before you speak.
No, I believe
Gabriella, can I say something? Can I say
more
something?
like an attack. I didn't come here to attack.
I just need to say this.
Listen, hold on. You can think whatever you want to think, ma'am. Okay? You're on my platform. You came up here. It's the FBA space. We're talking FBA business, and we're allowing you to come up here. But here's what you're not going to do. You're not going to. Hold on. I'm coming to you, man. I'm coming to you, main line. Listen, hold on. We're going to get some straightening right now. When the host talks, you stop talking. That goes for moderators too. Don't overtalk me. Don't overtalk me. Just listen. We got to get some straightening going on. Okay? I every time I'm trying to talk, everybody want to come in and try to cut. Don't do that. Just listen. Okay? Listen, I understand it feels uncomfortable. Okay? If hit dogs holler all the time. Get the likes up, chat, and I'll take it off sub-only chat. Okay? Hit dogs holler. These are harsh truths you got to deal with. We're not attacking anybody. We're not attacking you, man. Nobody's attacking. Nobody's saying Gabrielle. Nobody's saying that. We're saying what it is. Now, I understand Wolfie has a powerful voice, so you might feel attacked because she's passionate. But that's the way Black people speak over here. That's the way our women talk over here. And Black men, we're okay with that. We understand our women fine. We understand. Just because you don't understand, don't look at everything as an attack. She's just telling you what it is. That's it. Now hold on. I don't want to dominate the conversation. I want the conversation to move along. I hear main line. You got some things to say. I want to hear what you got to say. Unmute your mic, brother, and let's have a conversation.
Host, can I just
you got 30 seconds, Frida. 30 seconds. That's it. 30 seconds.
I just want to piggyback off of the and the intelligence part. Many major things have been invented by Black Americans. The stoplight, the gas thing, many things that are used worldwide. I just needed to interject that fact. And if the person would Google it or whatever, they will see a list. Refrigeration, the GPS system was created by a Black woman. Blood plasma, created by a Black American man. And I also need to say this right quick. We, the Black American people, created a culture from nothing.
Yes.
That's it. I'm done.
American culture is Black culture, y'all. Black culture is American culture, y'all. That's exactly what it is. With the culture that you experience when you come into America, we invented it. Yeah. Everything. Everything. Everything you think, jump in the brook, that's us. Everything. We took it from scratch and we said, this is what we're going to do. This is how we're going to do it. So
Exactly.
let me go on the main line. Let me go on down the list because I got some questions I want to ask the panel as well. But I want to get to know everybody and give y'all a chance to talk. We're gonna come back to you, Gabriella. Just hold tight.
Okay.
Main line, go ahead. You got the floor.
Okay, thank you for having me. I think you guys probably, I think you guys wanna be worshipped for doing absolutely nothing. That's why you guys always attack Africans for coming in here. You guys want when Africans come here to worship you guys. I can see that on this life. If African don't come here and say what you guys are doing good, this that.
You
You
worship the
guys
white tea, man. What's
That's
wrong
no,
with
we
that?
don't
coffee.
worship. We don't worship nobody.
Yeah,
You know
you
what I mean?
do. Yeah, you
So
do.
you
We
guys
got
always
y'all on
attack
camera
Africans
saying
for
the white
slavery.
man is superior.
That's why you guys want to have
No.
credit
Go
for
back
doing
to
Where is he
Togo.
what
from?
most people.
How
Yeah.
can we
Togo.
take credit? Hold on, brother.
He's
How can we
from
take?
Togo.
Hold on, Wolfie. How can we take credit for something we actually did, brother?
No, I'm
We're
saying
not
you guys want to
taking
be
credit.
worshipped for doing nothing, for doing absolutely nothing. You
Taking
know, you
credit
guys,
for doing nothing. Everything you
yeah,
see in America,
you guys want to be
thank you.
worshipped for
What do you
doing
mean,
nothing, man.
Everything you
absolutely
see in
nothing?
America, brother,
If
we
you're in
did.
America, how can you say we've done
You
nothing?
got you guys want to be worshipped for having a culture when everybody else got a culture. Everybody got a
Then
culture. So
go
We
what?
back
Why
have
do
no
you want to
culture.
you
culture.
want
Okay,
to be
you're
worshipped
talking
for having a
culture.
culture?
What is your okay? Hold on. We gonna get some straightening right
Your
now.
culture is
What is
suffering.
what? Hold on. What is your no? Don't denigrate them. What is your culture? Mainline. What is you? Tell me about your culture.
Everybody got a culture. Everybody
No,
got a
you tell
culture.
me about your
I don't
culture.
have to tell me.
Mainline, I'm putting you on the
I don't have to tell
spot.
you my
I
culture
will
because I don't
drop
brag
you if
about
you
my
don't tell
culture.
me. I'm
I
asking you a
don't brag.
direct question. You
You
said
guys,
everybody got a
you guys always
culture.
talk about what
What
culture you have.
is
You guys
your
always talk about
culture?
music. You guys not the only ones that have
Let me
music,
hear what
okay?
your culture is, sir.
I'm
Let me hear
telling
what
you
your
that.
culture is. Let me hear
You
what
guys
your
not
culture is.
the only inventors in the world. Everybody invented something.
No, you didn't. What did you invent? What is your culture? I'm gonna ask you again. I'm gonna give you an opportunity again, and I'm gonna get you up out of here. What is your culture? And tell me, what did you invent? Unmute your mic and tell me those two things. I don't want to hear babbling.
I don't need to brag about what I have and
What did
what
you
culture
invent?
I
Because
have.
you didn't
I know
invent
I have a
nothing.
culture.
You
I don't
didn't
need to
invent
talk about it.
nothing, and you
What
really
is known
don't
don't
have
need
a
to be talked.
culture after 1900, brother. Your culture came in after 1900. You became a country after 1900. Okay, that's a fact.
Hey,
That
why you mute
those
me,
are
man?
hard
'Cause
truths,
you don't
but
want to
that's
hear
a
what I have
fact.
to say.
That's a fact. So I want to hear two
Okay.
things. What is your
Okay, I'm gonna,
culture?
I'm gonna leave you guys alone. Maybe
What is
Gabriel
your
can come in
culture?
and worship you guys because that's what you guys want to hear.
Bye. Just
You
get
under
up out of
the,
here. Just get up out of here. You
this
worship the
idea
white tea
of
man.
us needing or wanting worship? Get out of here.
Get out of
Y'all
here.
know who that is, right? He
Who is
come
that?
up here every day and on a different page. You know, it's funny because me and the chat be in my DM saying we know who he is. We know who he from.
Where is he from? Who is he?
He from Togo, or however you pronounce
So he's from,
Togo.
so he's from South America?
Yeah, I think it's
No, he
Togo.
from Africa.
Okay. Yeah,
Thanks for bringing me up, host.
no problem, no problem. Let me. I'm gonna come back to you though because I just brought you up. Let me hear from Nana Poku. Nana Poku, go ahead and unmute your mic.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
No, okay. I was just I was just gonna say something contributing to what Gabriel said earlier.
Please speak up a little bit more, brother.
I said I was just gonna say something contributing to what
We're all
Gabriel
sub
said
only
earlier.
chat. You everybody can comment now.
Can you hear
Go
me?
ahead, Nana Poku. Go ahead. Where are you from, by the way? Where are you from?
I'm from Ghana, but
Okay.
I'm in the state now.
Okay, shout out to Ghana, Kwame. Go ahead.
Yeah. So it's just like the majority of the stuff you hear outside America, the majority of the stuff that gets to other people is just like negative stuff. So it usually corrupts people thinking, and most people don't really research or read on what they don't know. They just allow it to live with what they think, you know.
Can't hear you, brother. It sounds like you're mumbling. I need you to
Yes, you all
closer to the mic.
unfortunately have bought into the propaganda.
I
Okay,
can't hear what you're
and I'm
saying.
coming. So yeah, so most people don't really search on. They just live on what they think and stuff like that. So you just have them into thinking ill or having a wrong perception about certain people and group of people, just like how the media portrays Africa as like a place of misery, a place of no hope, or stuff like that. We still have some people that still believe that. So it's like a certain class of people everywhere you go that don't really research it. They just pass the hate on and stuff like that. So it's just basically self-education. You just have to talk about what you just have to read. Don't talk about what you don't know, and maybe don't really rely on the media for much of your information. That's one thing I learned when I came here, because the media really lies a lot about most things. And yeah, it's just positive vibe. And and I forgot to say this. It's just majority of the people really just think they can have great black friends outside Africa. I'm a Ghanaian, and I would just say that's totally false. I've had great black American friends, and trust me, if you find the right ones, they are nice people to be around with. Super, super nice to be around with, bro. Just do not judge and do not live on people's experience. Just learn from it. My girlfriend is a black American, so I could 100% testify on them. They are nice people. Just make your research and don't live based on what the public tell you. Like, there are bad people everywhere, there are good people everywhere. So I'll just say that.
All right, thank you, brother. Appreciate it. Okay, we're gonna go to Frida, then Rama, and then we're gonna go up to 𝗔𝗯cie, and then Crypto. You're gonna be last, and then I'm gonna go back to my mods. I want my mods to speak. Sweet Wolf and Cousin Uncle. Okay, go ahead, Frida.
I'm just pretty much listening, but much respect to you, Nana Poku, because you had the common sense to find out for yourself and not just go by what YT people have to say about Black Americans. And I thank you for it. That's pretty much it. I'm still listening. May want to chime in a little bit further along. Thank you.
Okay, Rama, go ahead.
Hi, this is Rama. I just wanted to say a couple of things regarding the embassy issue that I believe Gabriela raised. The staff at the embassies do not have the time to have a conversation and talk about Black Americans. If there's been anything negative that has come across to individuals trying to migrate or get visas to come into America, it's been within the Black community on the ground. The embassy staff, the consular, whoever interacts with the ordinary person trying to get a visa does not have the time to talk about these things. And it is not required. In fact, you're not allowed to get into any personal conversations with people who are applying for these visas. So I beg to differ when this person says that the embassy is telling applicants that Black Americans are such and such. That's
We didn't
wrong. And
apply.
Just a question for you, sister.
yes,
Because you sound like you have intimate knowledge. So the question is, do you work in an embassy?
do I do what?
Do you work in an embassy?
No, I don't. I don't. But I have connections in Ghana where I have individuals who work in the embassies.
I was in Germany, was in Ghana. I'm not from Ghana. My family is from 𝗥𝗶𝗴𝗵𝗵𝘺 and Angola.
Yeah,
And
but
I
what
was
I'm
living in
saying is
Germany.
that it is,
I never had to ask for a visa.
I'm sorry, say that again.
Before I came to America, we were giving American documents. I never had to ask for a visa or green card because my dad was in politics and Bill Clinton gave us American rights while we
We're,
still lived in Germany.
okay, what
So
I'm
we didn't
saying is
have,
that
yeah.
Gabriela, we're not going to go into the specifics of how you got into the country. What I'm saying is that there are procedures and principles and steps that you follow at an embassy. It is almost like a government institution. You're not going to walk in and expect some type of long drawn conversation about how you treat, citizens in the country you're trying to migrate or visit.
But
It's
it happened. It happened. I was 18 and my sisters were older, and we were in a room, and the people, American people, were telling us to be careful with certain things. Like, I didn't know anything about the color red and blue that has to do with gangs. So they told us about all those things. Yes, they did. I'm not against you guys. I never thought I was better than Americans. So that's why you guys are getting upset with me. I never respected you guys. I'm raising a Black daughter. Her father is South American.
that's fine and that's fine and dandy.
Yes,
We understand that. We all
they did
have
say.
situation. I'm not trying to talk
Well,
over
sister,
you, but
basically, if you'll forgive me, what it sounds like she's saying, and I do hear what you're saying is yes, The government doesn't have time to sit up here and tell you A, B, C, and D. However, we do understand that if you're coming into the country, or we believe if you're coming into a country and someone's telling you coming into a country, these are the things to look out for. Yeah, they're putting us at the top of the list. I would expect the government to do that. I mean, to be brutally honest, my position is very clear. We're under a 500-year system. And in this 500-year system, there hasn't been one good word that these neo-colonial Western powers have ever said about any of us wherever we were. So the idea of bestowing this belief of innocence upon them in a governmental body or a governmental agency, no, they get no innocent. They get no presumed innocence here.
See, I'm not saying, I'm not giving them a pass in the sense that they have a history of demeaning others just to lift themselves up. What I'm saying is that predominantly most of these issues that get taught to people trying to migrate do not come from the embassies. It comes from within the communities, from the individuals who have gone abroad and perhaps experienced something amongst whatever community it is. So if it's in the Black American community, if a Ghanaian comes in at the age of 6, joins the school, and they get bullied and called African booty scratcher or whatever else, names that are used. I'm sorry?
Calling somebody African booty scratcher is bullying?
Yeah, man, I knew that was coming. I've been waiting to hear that one for 3 days now.
I was called African booty scratcher.
I'm just saying.
Black people were called African booty scratchers. That wasn't bullying. That's just our culture. Man, where are you from? Where are you from, man? Are you Black American? Where are you from?
No, I'm from St. Kitts and Nevis.
Okay, that's why. Okay. That's the problem. That's the problem right there. The sleeper cells, the cosplayers, the people who come over here and call themselves Black and think because they look like us, they're one of no, man. Right. You don't understand our culture. So you can't speak on our culture because you don't understand our culture. This is what we do to toughen ourselves up for the battle against white supremacy.
Right.
We make on each other. We clown. You talk about modern day comedians. Guess who invented that? You wouldn't have modern day comedians today if it wasn't for Black Americans, ma'am. We invented that. We did all that. Okay, the Richard Pryors, the Eddie Murphys, that's us.
Yes.
The Kevin Hart, that's us, ma'am. That's part of our culture. We did that to everybody. It's called getting you right. If you came to school with Jesus sandals on, we clowned you until you took them off and you wore regular shoes like everybody else. If you wore your Sunday's best to school, we talked about you until you took your Sunday's best off and wore regular clothes like everybody else. So it's not bullying, not to us.
Right. Too much. Can I say something? What I'm trying to say is that people come from different cultures, and some things may come across to them as one way or the other. So if they find that as bullying, there's the tendency for them to go and spread that misinformation that this group of people act such and such toward me. The only point I'm making is that I believe it's a little far-fetched to put the blame entirely on the embassy, saying that they go out of their way to tell you that this is what you should be looking out for.
Are you a human being? Are you a human being?
I'm not going that far. I'll give them a 40% max.
I'll say this, listen, if you're human, you're not infallible. Humans, they talk, they make mistakes, they have flaws. So if you're working in a government position, guess what? That don't mean you're not telling people, hey, watch out for this, watch out for that, and you think in your mind you're doing something right, or you're following an agenda that they're telling you to do, even though you're not supposed to do it. People run their mouth all the time, right or wrong.
Right.
So what do you think they're doing in the embassy? How come we're hearing a lot of this? So either Gabriella is lying, or you're lying. Which one is it? Or could it be a little bit of both?
That's what I'm
I don't think
saying.
she's
What's
lying.
going
I
on
think
is
she
you
just
got
don't know.
I
She's not
think that
aware.
we've been hearing this from
there's
way too
spectrums
many
here.
immigrants. We've been hearing this from way too many people who immigrate here. That the
Yeah.
first thing they do is warn them about Black Americans. We've been hearing we got videos that they show them. Hey, you need to watch this video before you come into the United States.
Yes.
That's a real thing. We have too many
Yes.
people saying
Their
the
parents have
exact
told them to stay
The
away
U.S.
from
did go
to
out
stay
of their
away
way
from
to
as
parents.
children, to stay away from
Black
the black kids in the
Freaking parents
neighborhoods.
are saying stay away from the. I mean, I tried to date a Nigerian woman when I was in high school, and her parents was like, no,
brother. This was a
Too much. Can I
you're a
ask you
Black
something?
American.
TikTok that
You
said
can't.
that.
We can't do that.
Can I ask you
I've been
something?
told many times by Haitians, I'm not Black, I'm Haitian. So we know that's what's going on. So all I'm saying is you may have an idea. You may be right in what you're saying. They're not supposed to do that, but that don't mean they're not doing that. Let me
Exactly. We know they're not
just
supposed
have
to.
you land your plane, Rama, and then I got to move on to crypto mag, and then I'm going to go to
Oh,
Tony.
we can move on to the next one. I think I made my point, but
Miss Rama.
it's only I got what I wanted to say out. So
Yeah,
that's
thank
fine.
you, sister. We appreciate that.
All right.
Okay, let's go to crypto mag. Go ahead,
Thank you,
crypto.
Gabrielle, too.
Hey, how you doing, host? How you guys doing on the panel? Thank you for
Good
having me
morning.
here.
Where are you from, brother?
I was born in Colón, Panama, Central America. My
Are you
father was
Panamanian?
my father joined the military. He came sent from my mother. We settled in New York City, so I'm a grown New Yorker. Um, I just came back from Uganda. Just came back from Africa for the first time. And when I tell you, I seen everybody that I've ever seen black in my life over there. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. I pretty much left that place crying within because I said, I don't see, I'm talking about people that passed away, friends and family. I said, I'm telling you this from the bottom of my heart. Can't nobody say we not from Africa. Now I'm coming back to America saying this. Can't nobody say we not from Africa. I'm talking about from the lightest person to the darkest person.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna tell
We're
you
not from
something, man.
Africa.
The system here is keeping us divided from the Caribbeans to the African continent. Back in the day, they used to tell us go back to Africa. They used to tell me go back to Jamaica because we have because there's a lot of people of Caribbean descent from Panama. We speak Spanish but with a Caribbean accent. They don't tell us to go back to Africa no more. They don't. I wonder why don't they tell us that anymore? Why they don't tell us to go back to Africa? Because
Because of the
now,
Black Power movement.
I have set my foot on African soil, and I'm gonna tell you something. There was a liberation of something within me. Just took a deep breath and said, "I'm home." I had my connection in Doha, Qatar. When I tell you that flight was filled with nothing but black faces, I just was looking around. Man, when I set
Fujians
my foot on
African?
African soil, brother,
Let me ask you a question. Are Fujians African? Are the black folks in Australia, are they African? Right? Are the
they're of African
are the
descent too.
people
We are
And
spread
East
across the
Asian.
globe.
I
Or the
We
East
spread
I
Asian
across
want
the
you
African.
to say
globe.
that.
No,
African
they're
descent.
They're
Aboriginals of
African. They're
Australia. They're
Everybody is
Baptist.
from African descent, even YT people. Do they have that same experience when they touch Africa? Do they feel, oh, this is magic? This is a
Brother,
magical
I
place here.
brother, I
Oh,
can
I
only
feel it.
speak about my experience. But I can tell
exactly.
you, when I was there, I walked amongst the people from Entebbe, Uganda, when I was in Kampala, and I'm gonna tell you something. To walk around and not be looked at weird because of your skin color, that was freedom right there in
Because
itself.
that's an. But let me hold on. Let me help you out, brother. That's an American thing, brother.
Is it?
Race consciousness is an American thing. When you go into other countries, they're not as race conscious as you think. They're more class conscious than race conscious. I've been to the continent, brother. I
Now I'm
understand.
gonna tell. I will tell you
I've been
this.
to East Africa specifically. I've been to
Okay.
Egypt. I've been to Morocco. I've been to. I can just start
The
naming.
the the only thing they looked at me weird was my shoes. I don't know what it is because I went over there with my Jordans. Yeah, I didn't get that.
Of
So
course, they're gonna look at your
my girl
Jordans,
was
brother.
like,
They're not wearing
my,
Jordans on their feet out there.
no,
Yes, they
listen to
are.
me.
Yes, they are.
Just
They do have Jordans
let
in
me tell you
Africa.
my
Not
experience.
like that.
My
Not like
girl was
that.
like, well, you
Doing
came
is
over
who are
here.
they influenced by?
Can I let me just tell you my experience. My girl was like, well, you just came over here with all your luxury items. Of course they looking at your feet. You know? So I
Hmm.
was like, oh,
Yeah.
okay. But the best thing about that trip for me was being amongst people that look like me and people not looking at me in a judgmental way.
I
You know,
experienced that
is
too.
he a thief? Is he, you know, I didn't have to experience somebody clutching their bags, crossing the street.
Brother, that's
I'm,
a beautiful thing. When I was on the continent, let me tell you something. Africa, they are known for their hospitality. They are very, very hospitable people. Perfect strangers will invite you to stay and spend the night at their home if they're
Mm-hmm.
interested. And they don't feel threatened by you. They don't feel threatened like they do in America by you. Like out here, when they see black people, they feel, even black people are threatened by black people because that's how I know you're watching television. That's how I know when you respond fearful, I know you're
brother,
watching
that's
mainstream media.
personal experience. I'm not
That's
Yes.
talking
mainstream
about
media.
TV. I'm talking about personal experiences here in America that I had to deal with. Or the police pulling out a piece on you while you sitting in your car, minding your own business. That
That's
happened
only
to me,
it's
brother.
only gonna happen in America, brother. It's
Of
not gonna happen in
course.
the UK. I'll tell you that right now.
I
That's
could
not
tell
gonna
you,
happen. It's an
I'm gonna tell you
American
something
thing.
else that I experienced. I heard gospel music playing in the supermarket, people
Yeah,
preaching the word of God out
yeah.
on the streets,
Out on the
every
street.
single place. I went to church. I also had to go to a funeral. Very somber. But I'm gonna tell you something, I can't wait to all I can say is the system here is playing against black people all over the place. I'm
Mm-hmm.
convinced of that and nobody gonna tell me different.
Brother, we know
They
the system
don't
is
want
very
us as one people, period.
we're
Across
not gonna be
waters or in
because
the
when they get
nation.
over here, hold on, brother. When they get over here, when y'all tethers get over here, the main thing y'all are known for doing is becoming the buffer
Who's
country.
y'all? What do you mean
The
y'all?
main thing y'all do when y'all come over
I'm not
here,
Black American. I'm
you're not a
this.
black American, brother, and
I'm
and,
not
and
Black
I'm not.
Brother, I
American.
was
I'm
raised in New
black.
York City. I don't
Doesn't
have my
matter.
brother.
Doesn't matter. You're
Hold,
Panamanian, right?
hold on,
Mm-hmm.
hold on, hold
We
on.
see the flag.
Hold
Mm-hmm.
on.
Just because
Yeah,
you grew
that's
up
where
around black folks,
let me
you're not
finish,
you're not
brother.
Kamala Harris, where you could just start saying, "Oh, we family now" because I hung around a
Brother,
few
hold
black folks.
on.
I
Hold
grew
on.
up in black
I,
neighborhoods. My parents
I
joined the military. Mine did too.
listen, I grew up in the South Bronx in the projects.
No,
I got three
That
brothers and
don't mean
sisters
nothing,
that
brother.
were born here.
no.
Okay?
That don't mean
My
nothing, brother.
children are born here.
Brother,
I
we're
wasn't
looking.
born, no, I was not born in America. I was born here as a child. But in my spirit, I'm a black American because I could tell you I experienced the same thing y'all experienced. So
That's not how
Mm-hmm.
it works, brother.
don't
No,
come
you
with the
haven't.
division at me,
That's not
man.
how
No,
it
you
works,
have
brother.
not.
That's not how it works. Because if
That's
that's the case, if that's
that
the case, the Puerto
because
Ricans do the same
they not
thing.
looking at me. Oh, you're not from America. They
Crypto.
look at me as a
Because you're
NIGER. It,
cosplaying, brother. That's why you've
how am
been
I
cosplaying your
cosplaying?
whole life and you don't even know it.
If
How am I
that's
cosplaying?
the
So
case, the
you're telling
Dominicans
me
and the
I'm
Puerto
not
Ricans can
black
do the
now?
same thing, man. They can
You're
say the
telling
Brother,
same
me I'm
thing.
not black?
brother. Okay, I'm gonna say this. Some people may
You
consider you
melanated.
black, but according to you're melanated to me.
Now y'all
You're
trying to
part of the
clown me.
melanated
Okay.
family.
I'm not gonna
Where,
argue with
hold on,
y'all.
hold on, brother.
It's
Let me
all
explain
good.
it
No
to you.
It's all good.
disrespect.
Let me just explain it to
This
you.
is what I'm saying.
Let
Let
him
me explain it to
explain.
you real quick, brother. Let me explain it to you real quick. You're melanated. We'll give you that. We're all melanated. Black is a color. You can't be a color. When black people say, see, you don't even use black right. You think black is skin. When we're saying we're black, we're
Mm.
saying we got
It's
the black
culture.
consciousness, the black
Hmm.
And you
mindset.
think I
We're
don't?
saying I'm black and I'm proud. Black is excellent. Black is
You
beautiful.
think I
That's
don't?
us. We're the one that made black popular. If we
You
didn't
think
make
I
black
don't?
popular, you'd be calling yourself something else, brother.
What are
Let's
you
just keep it
talking
a
about,
buck.
bro? I grew up in the
If we
projects.
didn't make black popular, you'd be calling yourself.
Oh
You
my
grew up
God.
around us. That's
Okay.
it.
So,
And
You
we
so
were
say
can
still
I
so.
say
calling
can I
us
say one thing
Negro.
real
You'll be
quick?
calling yourself Negro.
You
let me say
grew
one
up
thing real quick.
around us,
You
brother.
know what?
That's it. And you got some game
That's
from us.
fine. That's
You
fine.
got the game from us, brother. We give the game freely. The ism in us is real. We just give it
It's
out. Here,
okay, bro.
take this ism.
Listen,
Take this ism. We
I've
give it
worked
to
in
So
you.
America
You're that
all my
phenomenal.
life. I
so
pay
when it come down
taxes.
to it, right?
I've been
Too
around
much.
black
Crypto,
people
I'm gonna tell you
all
something
my
real quick,
life.
Crypto, real quick. Let me tell you something. When it
Good.
come down to, I'm from the Bronx, New York, High Bridge, right? When it come down to it, your argument, right? If we go with your argument, you got to understand there's Dominicans over there, there's Puerto Ricans over there, there's different groups. If you can say that and we go with your logic, that means the Puerto Ricans and the Dominicans
That means Kamala's
under
black.
that. That means everybody
I
can
don't
cosplay
rock with
under
that
that and say they
lady.
black American. Hold on, brother. Hold on, real quick.
Well, she's you. You and her are the same. Y'all cosplaying as us.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. You just
No.
don't realize it, brother. But
That
yeah.
woman. Oh, can I make a statement without being interrupted? That woman tried to have a brother unalive. When come to find out, it wasn't even him that did the crime. That woman had
You're not telling us
that
nothing we don't know.
lady
I'm
and
from
her
California, bro.
daughter
I know all about.
arrested. That woman don't got nothing to do with black people.
She been doing that for
That's
years in California,
that.
man. You didn't know
Okay,
that?
I'm not from California, but
Well,
I
I'm just saying, you
educated.
didn't know her history. You know, I'm just
Brother,
saying when
I
she
didn't
ran
know
for
who.
office.
I never paid attention to that lady, but not until she came into the limelight to know that she did what she did to that lady and her daughter. Her daughter caught a stroke. Man, I took that personal.
How did she come to power?
She was a DA out
The
there.
She
original
came to
house.
power by sending black men and black women to jail. That's how she
Well,
came to power.
that's what I'm getting at. I have a problem with that. I have a problem with that. That woman ain't of
I
that
have a
woman ain't
problem
of the
with
black
any and
race.
every government official who has risen up the governmental ranks on the backs of black people.
Preach.
Every last one of them.
All these
Preach.
so-called
Most of
rappers.
them have gone in under the guise of I was a prosecutor. That means you were locking up black people. You was got, as far as I'm concerned, you've gotten as
That's
high
right.
as you go get. If I could sink you, I would.
All these so-called rappers and entertainers y'all listen to, y'all better check their background because y'all blaming their music on us, and it's not us. And then if you want to get even more technical, look who's the one who's controlling and pushing that music. Go and take your argument to them. But all y'all, the first thing y'all say is black on black crime, and then y'all want to say the music and we don't got no culture because a lot of that's not us. It started
Yep.
out with us, and then it got hijacked. Hip hop's been. I'm gonna just so you know, hip hop's been hijacked, y'all. It's been hijacked. It's no longer us. It's them making
All
money,
American music was
cosplaying
hijacked.
as us. And a lot of here's
We
what I
don't
say.
have enough money up top to
Here's what I want
control
to
the
say.
industries.
Here's what I want to say. A lot of you, I don't even fault some of you immigrants who think you're black because we've allowed it. We've allowed you to think that. We've
Brother, in
allowed.
my
We
country, we are
accepted
the
you.
low. We at the bottom of the
We
totem pole.
allowed you to think that, and
Okay.
we accepted you. Some of y'all didn't know y'all was cosplaying. Y'all knew
I
when
can
y'all
see
was
that,
Black
black.
Crypto, just
people
so
the
you
same
understand.
It ain't
all
different
around
from
the
Can
when
I
I
world.
said,
can I
y'all.
can I add something that will break it down even further for Mr. Crypto? Your ancestors
Who's your
were not.
ancestors? What do you mean by that?
You didn't let me finish my
You got
sentence.
to let her finish, brother, to understand what she's gonna say.
Your ancestors were not stolen and enslaved
That's a
and
lie.
far.
You don't know my
What?
history, man.
Brother,
Do
you
you
got
want to know my history?
brother, you got
No,
to
I
stop.
don't
Let me
want.
take that
I'm not
Moses off.
interested. You wouldn't.
The history
Anyone
behind it.
that doesn't give common respect,
All
no,
right, I'm
I'm
gonna
not
let you finish. I
interested.
apologize.
Okay, okay. Like I was going to say, Black American. I'll word it differently. Black Americans' ancestors were stolen and enslaved, and what we have that is exclusive to Black Americans is genetic memory. Okay? We have genetic memory. Okay? We, and maybe I'm stepping out on a limb, let my black brothers and sisters, chime in. First off, we have compassion. And that compassion often has been to our detriment.
Bingo.
Okay? We also can be in a crowd of people, various races, but we have the innate ability to pick out who is racist and who isn't. We have certain skills that are built-in survival skills. Okay? And that, and that's something that immigrants coming from another country, continent, whatever, they do not possess that simply because their great-grandparents were not struggling to survive through extreme adversity. And I don't need to break it down to you. Buck breaking, okay? Scraping, okay? So,
Graping men.
There you go.
Can I respond to you now?
There you go.
I want to respond to her as a woman.
He's just listening to respond.
And I felt the need, young man, I felt the need to go there with you so that you would open up and try to understand from a Black American perspective, people whose ancestors were out in the fields picking cotton and doing whatever else massa wanted done.
Okay.
Okay.
Can I just add this to you?
Can I respond to that?
I am Mr. Crystal. Let me just respond to her woman to woman. Because one thing about it, we have men on this panel. So Panama abolished slavery in 1851. Okay.
Thank you.
And it's over 130 million descendants of Africans in Panama.
Right.
So I just want to correct that. Not crypto. You can go.
I'm aware. Thank you.
You're welcome.
My son is born from a Black woman in Virginia. Their family can trace back to slavery. Okay. My family, my personal family, my mother said our family descended from Barbados and Jamaica. And from there, my people came in chains to this side of the world. So please don't tell me nothing about slavery. You think in America they was the only ones doing that to Black people? Go down to Brazil.
It was just
let me talk. I listen patiently.
You got 30 seconds and you got to land your plane, brother. You got to move on to other people.
There are parts in Africa they were doing just as bad. They were cutting limbs off and this, that, and that. Same thing down there in South America.
Yes, my dad is from Brazil.
Here's the difference. Let me
we're not immigrating to South America or Africa, are we?
Let me tell you the difference between you or your group and our lineage. Okay, what our ancestors did for us was genius that I don't see in everybody else. They passed down the Black consciousness to us, which is our superpower that's going to liberate everybody underneath the tyranny.
And all the inventions in America.
They passed down the Black consciousness to us. That Black consciousness is how we combat against 𝗖𝗔 supremacy. That Black consciousness is everything. We put maps in heads. They made sure that we did not worship or consider the YT men as superior. They made sure they raised their children knowing that they were equal to or better than. That's the difference. That's what we're not getting.
You think my family worships them, bro?
That's what we're not getting in the
No, brother. Let me say it to you like this, Crypto, if I may. Here's the thing. In the reparations battle, who are you getting your money from? Which government are you petitioning to get your money from?
I can't petition
Ooh,
that
good
because I
question.
wasn't raised here. But I sure
Doesn't
self
matter,
think
brother.
Black
This is
Americans.
what
Oh, can I
foundational Black
finish?
You can get
Americans
it
are
from
Y'all
petitioning.
Brazil.
cutting me
You
off.
said
I
you're from
can't
New
even
York,
finish
from the
my
Bronx, New York.
sentence.
Now all of a sudden you're not raised
Go
there.
ahead, brother.
Let's keep the same standards, brother. You said you was from New York, and this is why you're the same. And now all of
You
a
didn't
sudden
let
you're
me
saying you're not
finish,
raised there.
bro. You did not let me finish. I got cut
All
off
right,
3 ways.
all right, go ahead.
I can't petition against that because I don't have the only people that could do that is my son and my other son down in Texas. Now, should Black Americans get reparations? You better believe it. Hell yeah.
Let
Everybody else got reparations, and the damn U.S. government own more than a mule and 40 acres.
let me
They
ask you a
owe
question,
more
brother,
What
than
real
was
that.
the
quick.
cousin
Let
question?
him finish. Let him
Cousin
finish,
question
foundation.
said, cousin, could you please repeat your question because I think he didn't understand it.
If
Cousin,
you, because you said your people came in chattel, they were in bondage. They were enslaved as well. My question, because I believe you have a reparations claim,
me too.
but who would you take your claim to?
The
Would it be
U.S.
the United
government.
States government or would it be the
Okay.
Panamanian government?
It would have to be the U.S. government.
No,
No, no,
no.
no, absolutely
If your
not.
family was
Panama.
not in, if your family was not enslaved through chattel slavery on the contiguous 48 states,
Oh, no, I would have to go to the Panamanian government.
that's what we're
Yes.
saying, brother. That's
Oh,
the
okay.
thing right there.
And
But
we
I
will
would
support
fight
That
for
you
and
100%.
if
reparations for
you can
my
acknowledge
children.
that, brother, as you clearly have, if you can acknowledge that as you clearly have, then that's basically the delineating point from which we are speaking.
I
Has
would
nothing to do
I
with
would
the
also
melanin that we
but I
have.
would fight
We
for
know
Crypto,
you
let me ask
us.
you
reparations
a
for
question.
We know
every
you us,
Black
and we know you
American
you.
Crypto, let me ask
and
you a
No, I'm
question.
not saying you're not Black American.
He
Let
not
me ask you
saying
a
that.
question
I'm
also,
saying he's not a
Crypto.
black American. I'm
If
saying
you if
it's
you
all
saying
right,
that you're
bro.
Black
He's not a
American and you're from New
foundational Black
York,
American. He's a Black
I'm a
American, but he's not a
US
foundational
citizen.
Black
if
American.
you're saying
they don't
you're
even
from
believe
New York
black
and you're
are
Black American,
Panamanian.
Crypto. If you're saying you're from New York and you're Black
Barbados
American,
and Puerto Rico.
have you been to a reparations meeting for the last 6 months? Have you been there stomping the yard at these reparations meetings?
I'm on the other side of the country, brother. I'm not in New York anymore. My family's still there.
So I'm trying to understand. All right, so cool. Have your family been to these reparations meetings the last 6 months? If you feel like you and your family Black American,
Probably my sister has.
she's been to the reparations meeting all across
She's
every
pro
state.
my I could tell you something. All my sisters, my brother, they're pro black.
That's not
You
answering the
can't tell
question,
them
brother.
no different. I don't know what my brothers and sisters are doing, brother. I'm not
No,
in
yeah,
there.
that's a
So,
little bit too
so
much for
that's
him, I
They're
that.
living
believe,
their own
File.
lives
So,
over
so
there.
what I'm
Okay,
saying is
let's
that's
move
the
away
point,
from
right?
this,
Everybody
brother.
want to cosplay, but
We
nobody
Mhm.
want to
have
stomp the
given you
yard.
enough attention and enough time. I want to go to Tony
Good.
Watt, and then I want to go to Foundational American, and then I'm still going to go right back up to the top to our mods. We just have new people join. So go ahead, Tony Watt.
Okay, I just want to say, I want to give a shout out to all the brothers from Haiti. I really like the Haitians because I got my own reason because they defeated them people. You know, they fought back and they defeated them. And then you got Ibrahim Traore over there. Man, they done had so many attempts on
Yeah,
his life.
Burkina Faso is moving forward in a
Yeah,
nice
but they
manner
trying to
from.
get him. They're trying to get him. He done had 9
And
attempts.
again, is it
Oh my
surprising?
God, he's had 9 attempts on his life already.
And
Who,
again, it's
barbecue?
not surprising.
He has
I know
What's
it's
18.
not
surprising is
surprising.
that they're
Is
able
he
to
gonna?
get them so
It's
quickly.
18.
He has 18 now.
It's 18 now.
Yeah, 18, including his birthday.
Goodness
And I'm not
gracious.
just
Yeah.
shout out to Burkina Faso and Mali and Niger. I like
Trust me,
I
And
brother.
like
We
barbecue.
Yeah.
are
What
watching and
what
paying
I
attention.
support
what I
what
was
they're
trying to
doing
say
over
is
there.
that I look up to the Haitians because of what they did to France. You know, they ran them out of there. You know,
Mhm.
the Haitians. I love them Haitians because they fought back. They
They're the
fought
Only war
back.
you know
listen.
Haitian.
They're the majority
It's 1804.
on that country. The whole island of Hispaniola was Haitian.
That's the
Was
only thing you know
Haiti.
about Haiti.
Dominican Republicans. If you're listening,
Well,
Dominicans,
it's not the only
Puerto
thing that. Hold
Rico,
on, it's
There
not
were
the only thing that
Haitians
I
that
know
were
about
slaves.
Haiti.
good job.
What I'm saying is they defeated the white T man and took their country. That's what
They
I'm
really
talking
did.
They
Haiti
about.
didn't
didn't do it
defeat
by
them.
They
They
themselves.
really
won
The
a
did.
oil was
battle.
right there
They
with
won a
them.
battle.
It was Saint
They won
Domingue.
battles. And they
Well, how
got
many
they
battles? How
got
many battles have
hold
been
on.
won here on
Well,
American ground?
look at
How
okay,
many
brother.
battles have been won on
Tony
American
Watt,
ground?
Tony Watt, I want
Getting
you to hear
upset
this,
because you
Tony.
don't know is not the way to
I
go.
want you to hear
I'm
this, Tony.
asking a question.
Tony,
Tell
Hold
me
on,
how
brother
many
Tony.
battles
Tony,
have been won on American ground that black people beat the white
Tony,
people on America.
Tony,
I'm asking.
Tony, we got Nat Turner. I mean,
Yes,
we got the
because you in here,
Seminoles.
I know about
you're
Nat
We got
Turner
the
riding
too, but I
and you
asked
Bruins.
a
ready to go live
specific
with
Well,
little
question.
hold on
Jenkins.
real
He's
quick,
answering your
Tony.
Listen,
question,
man.
You
Tony.
don't
I
You
understand,
getting
asked a
brother.
emotional, Tony.
specific question.
I
You
hear
getting
It
you,
seems
emotional,
like when
Tony.
you ask the
Okay,
question,
calm down,
people.
brothers. Calm
brother.
down, family.
Tony, you
Calm
Okay,
emotional,
if I
Tony.
down.
ask, if
Let's
I
bring
ask,
the
Hold on,
intelligence
brother.
up and the emotions
I don't
low.
want them to
all
chop
right.
your
Tony.
leg off because you got diabetes, brother. Calm down. I don't
No,
want
because if I ask what,
calm down, brother. I need
I
to hear
am
you,
calm. You keep interrupting me.
Then give us
brother.
a
I'm the
chance to
host.
provide the answer, brother.
I'm the freaking host. Do you understand that? When I say
Okay,
calm
if I
down.
ask you what time is it, I don't want you to tell me what day of the week it
Let me
is.
elaborate, brother. Let me elaborate so you
You
can
You
got
gotta let
no
him
fully
talk, though,
authority over
brother.
here,
understand.
sir. Respect.
Okay?
Go ahead, too much.
Let me show you. Let me elaborate. Listen, shout out to the Haitians. No disrespect to the Haitians. I won't go as far as say I look up to them, but I respect those brothers over there and the riders that they got. But let's be clear. Let's be clear. YT man got to get his get back, and he got his get back. Look at Haiti today. Look at what they did when they made
Mm-hmm.
after they won that war, after they gained the independence. Guess what Napoleon did? He said, "Okay, for a little while, I'll let you have this, but I'm gonna bring my ships and my boats." And they surrounded the island. They said, "Hey,
Yep.
if you don't pay us ransom for what you
Yep.
did, reparations for what you
Mm-hmm.
did,
Mm-hmm.
we're gonna destroy the whole island." And
Mm-hmm.
what did them brothers have to do? They had to pay up, and then they gave and then they instilled puppet leadership there. So that's what happened. And look at Haiti today.
Mm-hmm.
Look at today. So what did they really accomplish? I'm not denigrating them. I'm saying shout out them. I mean, we had many uprisings here in the U.S. We
No, there's
fought in
not.
civil wars, brother. We fought in American. We fought in the native. We fought in the native wars, brother. We were in every war you can think of. Buffalo Soldiers. Do you know who we are?
Yes, I know when we were fighting next to
Okay,
white tea
listen,
people.
listen.
Man, look, I'm talking about
Seminole.
apples and you
You
want to
know,
talk about oranges.
Seminole means runaway slave, brother. It just means runaway slave, and they formed their own little indigenous
Look at
tribes.
this shit, man.
And were whooping those YT butts until they what?
Have you heard of the ministers of defense, Tony?
They tricked them. They said, "Oh, we want peace. We want to give you
You
a
know, you
land."
remember the movie, The Ministers of Defense?
So you can look up to them all you want, brother.
So you're asking for a victory on this particular land. You're asking for some sort of victory against white supremacy on American soil.
Civil rights is a victory.
The ministers of defense during this era, particularly during segregation, were protecting the black community against marauding officers and individuals on the streets who were terrorizing their black brothers and sisters.
I'm not playing with these.
Would you consider that a victory?
Well, I want to, to me,
Because I would. I'm gonna tell you, I would, given the amount of power that they were coming up against.
We're not the majority, brother. We've never been the majority, but we still don't business.
And you're gonna dismiss that as if it's nothing.
I didn't dismiss it. What did I say?
Okay, well, I'm sorry.
No, but you just
take
said
that
I
back. I
dismissed
take that
something.
back, brother.
You said
I take that back.
man, we can't talk at the same
When did
time.
Americans,
riding
when
for
did
the
black
wrong
Americans
team,
beat
brother.
up the white people? You said that, and then that makes me say, when did Haiti beat up United States of America? They sure didn't do it in 1950 during the invasion. Then when they invaded, all the way up to 19 what, 30 what, 9? They
Did they
sure
fight
didn't do
back?
that.
Did they fight back?
Hold on,
Or
hold
did
on,
they
hold on,
lay
hold
down?
on.
I'm
Before the
asking you a
United
question.
States found
Did
the
they fight back or
opportunity
did
to
they lay
invade,
down? Answer
they
my
Brother,
question,
already
brother, you gotta
please.
let her
unalived 6
talk,
of their
brother.
presidents.
Brother, you gotta let her talk, brother.
Before the United States found the opportunity, because since Lincoln, they've been
Man,
wanting to colonize Haiti.
these fuckers don't answer no
Since
questions. They
Lincoln,
don't answer
since
no
Lincoln was
questions.
in the office. So in 1950, they invaded Haiti. The Marines. They unalived those
So let me.
Haitian leaders out
Okay.
there.
Okay,
The
I
same thing
understand
is
that.
happening.
So do
Hold
you
on.
believe we
The
laid
same thing
down,
that's
Tony?
happening over there in Haiti under the Biden
I can't get a
administration
sentence
happened
out.
in. I'm not finished talking.
But she not finished, brother.
happened in
That's why you gotta
I was
let her
talking
finish.
before
1959.
she interrupted me.
No,
You
you
asked her
was
a question,
not.
brother. You asked her a question. She's answering. You gotta let her
I
talk,
asked
brother.
her a yes or no question, and she's giving me
I
a
can handle this,
speech.
and I can finish respectfully.
Yes,
Anyway,
brother, because that's what our women on this particular panel will do is give you information. They're going to answer your question and give you the information to back
Just
it up.
educating you, brother.
That's
and I'm
all.
not trying to be
Just
hateful. I'm
educating.
just trying to tell you the history of it.
Just be patient, brother. Everything's happening. Just
In
I
1950
know.
to 1939, the USA invaded Haiti. They stole the city bank. They stole gold. They lent Haiti over $30 million, and Haitian has to pay it back. They called them thugs. They called them out their names. They disrespected the leaders. Now, what's going on under the Biden administration is the same thing, but nobody's paying attention because y'all got so comfortable living in America. Barbecue is over there fighting for Haiti. And y'all is over here trying to compare yourself to Black Americans and what we have done in America.
I think
But
Tony.
why you keep on saying people are trying to compete with Americans? Just because
Nah,
we live
see.
here, it doesn't mean we are competing with Americans. Well, but
Nobody
we
says
don't
it's a
need to
competition.
compete with. It's not a competition. It's like,
You know
okay,
it's not
the
a
reason
competition
why
because you cannot compete. But when you hear stuff
we
like
are
Nigerians
different
are doing,
people. I don't need to compete.
So
We all
Gabriel,
have
it's my
different
turn. I would like to
histories.
talk, beloved.
Hold
we don't
on.
have the
It's
Wait,
like
wait,
same
what's
you
history.
have
what are
a problem with
Nigerians?
everybody that is not
Nobody
I
has
don't
a
have a
problem
Afro-American.
with
problem with
that.
everybody. I don't care
Yes,
for
you do.
you.
You keep on attacking
Sweetie,
everybody
this
that is
is
not
the
So,
you think
Afro-American.
so
I'm supposed
Gabriel,
to
can I
care for a
talk? Cause
stranger
I
and
was
I
next
I
after
don't
Tony.
have to.
Yeah,
That's the
stop attacking
difference. I
people.
don't
You
have to
give
care
the
for you.
respect that you want.
I
You
don't
want us
have
to
to
respect
respect
you.
you.
We respect.
Respect
We
is
have to respect
earned.
each
I
So,
don't
other.
have
so
to.
can
I
I
don't
talk
even
now?
have
Cause
to
I
Yeah,
was
care
we
next
for
after
you to
should.
Tony.
That's
like
why the
me.
white
I
people
can
all over they keep
literally
on winning
live my
because we
life
don't
and your
respect
life
each
will never
other.
exist in mine. I can
Okay.
literally go
Honestly.
outside and be wrong, all the
Like
Black
if
Americans,
if if if,
and your
if, if
people
people
will
don't
never
want to be
exist in my
upset, we
world.
get upset because
Okay, we got to move the
Yeah.
conversation on. Okay, let's go to
All
Thelma.
right, all right. There you go. Time out.
Thank you.
Time out.
Thank you. So when it come down to it, when we have these conversations, we gotta kind of relax the reptile brain and use the frontal lobe, right? We gotta be able to talk without the emotions and with logic, right? I get it. This is emotional, and this is, this is content that can kind of trigger some things, but you gotta wait till people's done, allow them to talk, and then say your piece. Because now this is embarrassing as grown adults, and I believe some of us is over 40 over here or grown adults is having these kind of conversations, screaming and yelling on top of each other. And not only we have people here, but we have outsiders that's watching and looking at how you guys are behaving. This is embarrassing. So can we please operate as grown adults with logic and brain and intelligence, please? Now I want to say this. When it comes down to the Haitian Revolution, the brother is right. Yes, they won the battle, but they lost the war because the ships came back and they said either you guys going to give up or sit up. And they had to pay that money back so much that they didn't have the money to pay the French bank. So they had to cut their trees. This is why Haiti don't have trees in Haiti. This is why Dominican Republic have more trees than Haiti because they had to sell the trees as timber to the French to to give money back to the French. So understand that, and another thing is that a lot of people think we were sitting down twiddling our fingers until the Haitian Revolution. There's the New York Slave Revolt in the 1700s, both of them, two of them, right? We have so many different revolts that happened, right? But a lot of people don't know their history and they look to other people and look at them like as God instead of doing their own due diligence and learning history, right? So when it comes down to that, people got to understand also that when we talk about these things, it doesn't equate to hate. Just because you don't want to hear the facts coming from us doesn't mean it's hatred. I haven't heard Sweet Wolfie say anything hateful at all. She said facts, but people are taking it as hate because they don't want to hear the truth. Now, when it comes down to it, we are loving and soulful people. We've been stomping the yard for people for the last 60 years. And now when people say, okay, we kind of want to fill our empty cups because we've been pouring our empty cups into other people for the last 60 years. So now we're saying we're going to be a little bit selfish this time and focus on self. Now people are calling it divisive, hatred, and all these other boogeyman words. We're not falling for the gaslighting anymore. So you want to call it hatred, you want to call it all these things. I'm sorry. We're going to focus on self a little bit for right now. And when our cups are full, because we've been pouring our empty cups into other people, then maybe we can help other people as we choose see fit. When it comes to Pan-Africanism, it haven't benefited us. It benefited everybody else. This is the issue. When have Pan-Africanism benefited us? Never, at all. You don't see Niger and those three countries talking about, all right, the Black Americans, let's make sure we put them on the agenda. Are they talking about Black Americans here? No, they're not. They're talking about how they can free their countries, how they can come together and make sure they're good. So, but when we talk about doing the same thing, you guys are divisive, you guys are hateful, this, that, and the third. Let's be serious and let's be for real. So when we talk about these issues, let's stop gaslighting with the you guys are hateful, you guys are this, because we want to make sure we fill our cups. We understand that we the richest melanated people on earth, and people want to utilize some of that money to kind of fix their countries. We understand that. But one thing we got to do is fix our neighborhoods first. We have a lot of issues and a lot of things we have to work on here. We have a lot of foreign entities that's worried about us. Right, we saw the video on APEC, how they was talking about us over here, us being in government, how they work with Obama since he was a kid, how they making sure they kind of groom us from being from a kid on up to work for their agenda. And this is not the first time they had a meeting about us here in America. This is the second time they had a meeting about us. We have battles over here. We have general. I'm not going to finish the word over here because we have 70 to 80% of Planned Parenthood. We have 70 to 80% of Planned Parenthood in our neighborhoods. 70 to 80% of Planned Parenthood is in our neighborhoods, purposely and by design. So let's be clear. They don't ever put hatred or xenophobic next to our name, because when you look at love in the dictionary, you'll see our picture. We fought for everybody to come here and prosper. So it's never about not wanting people to come here and prosper, but it's time to now fill our empty cups and worry about self a little bit. And that's okay. I know people
I like that one, brother. I like that one.
Yeah, I know people are used to us stomping y'all and jumping, and when y'all say go, we jump and say go. But we're not no one's lapdogs, and we got to start now focusing on ourselves. So I'll land on that, and let's continue to talk as grown adults and not little high school kids. Please and thank you, and I'll land on that.
Very well said. Cousin, go ahead and talk, and then we're going to have Sweeties next.
Thank you, brother. Some nice words.
Okay. Go ahead, sweetie.
Did Nana Puku speak?
Yeah, Nana Puku. But go ahead.
Yeah. He spoke earlier.
Yeah,
if you want to go ahead, please, you can go ahead.
He was talking about how the Sahels are not talking about the FBA or Black Americans. I mean, it's the same way you were saying now you want to focus on filling your cup, because you can't help somebody if you yourself are not even done helping yourself. And you said they do talk about you, of course, and so do they talk about other African country. They have the International Fund monitoring, the IMF and other organization monitoring to the extent of even the population growth of Africa. So yes, they do take calculation and keeping tracks of other people. So I won't necessarily say it's only a Black American thing. I think it's all they are doing to melanated people. So they could not be the minority, but always be the majority that in power or population. So yes, I'll give you that, but it's not only based on Black Americans. They do that to even the Caribbeans, everybody. So that's the little I want to add to that.
Alrighty, thank you. This is why, I'm gonna just start with this. When I speak, I don't apologize for my voice. I was never taught to apologize for my voice, and I'm not gonna start today. Another thing, when we talk about what has immigration has done towards the Black American community, when I hear people come up who immigrated over here, they come over and they feel like they can speak on the Black American community. Instead of trying to educate us on where you come from, you have more to say on where you're at and where you come to for refugee or for asylum or for a better life. You try to compare our 8 million to your millions of people in your country island, and that's where the disrespect come from on my end. You don't see Y'all don't see how disrespectful for y'all to get up on any panel, because for once I didn't grow up with Africans or Caribbeans. I grew up with Mexicans and El Salvadorians. People heard me say this all the time. I didn't grow up with Mexicans, so my first encounter with an African is in adulthood. My first encounter with Africans hating on Black Americans or saying negative is through social media. Some of these encounters that y'all have with Black Americans, y'all don't even think that you are the representative from your country. And this is America. I'm not on your land disrespecting your people. You're on the land that we was enslaved with. Some of us have indigenous blood here, and you're disrespecting the people who paved the way. Trying to insert yourself as better or more successful, or I'm just doing this to carry back home. Again, you're the first representative of your country when you come into contact with a Black American. So however we feel about the people from your country or your continent comes from the hate that you spread, trying to dismiss or disregard Black Americans' achievements. We don't do that. You can never name a Black American, and we do travel, that went to any islands or countries and tried to speak over those people, or try to claim to be the first, or try to talk about the government. We're not looking for regular people to pay reparation, and that should not even be your concerns. Because if you know me, you know I believe in the domino effect. I believe once Black Americans get the reparation, all other is gonna fall in a domino effect, and we all gonna fight for each other. Right now, I'm not focused on the African continent. If you know me, I'm B1. I'm for Black Americans on this western side of the world, from the islands to Americas to South America. I'm not worried about the continent. The continent has 1.9 billion or trillion. Have a lot of people over there that they can erase the border and start working with themselves. But I'm worrying about the people over here, because I know one thing: if America is the refugee and Black Americans get reparation, that means everybody else gonna have to pay, and that means the Black people on this side of the world is gonna move up again. It's gonna continue to be successful again. So no, I'm worrying about Black Americans first, descendants of enslavement free men, and I'm worrying about the Caribbeans and South America. That's why I study our history. And that's why when you say something about Black Americans, I'm able to state with passion about your history. Because I believe that even Mexicans, I believe that our history is the importance and is being erased and dismissed and hard to find. Not only Black American history, your history is too. And your history is, and I'm talking to the people on the West, I'm not talking to Africans. Your history is being erased every time you immigrate to America, and you don't keep it alive. You only keep it alive to challenge and say you're not Black American. And that's where we get the disconnection from.
I want to say something in the comment. I'm trying to free this comment up. So, Kat, I don't know why they're not letting me let your comment. There we go. But everyone is worried about being on the bottom class if Black American come up. That's exactly what it is. Everybody's so used of Black people being at the bottom that they don't want us to rise up, because guess what? Somebody else will have to be at the bottom, y'all. That's really what this delineation thing is really about, because y'all can't keep us down. We put in so much work here in America. Y'all gotta take the back seat. One of y'all gonna have to switch out and be the bottom, because it's no longer Black Americans. I say it like this: we're not minorities. We're not the majority, but we're definitely not a minority. We're delineating from words like minority. We're delineating from words like downtrodden, poor, all those things. We're not in that group. Immigrant,
Ghetto.
ghetto. We're delineating
We're
from
not
all.
even the majority that live below poverty, and that includes the Black immigrants. We're not the majority, y'all. We're not the majority of melanated people in America that's doing bad, and that includes Black immigrants. But yet you want to take us out the achievement. You know, they want to. We don't accomplish nothing. We don't have we don't even have languages, culture, anything. But when we go over to your island, and I'm talking of the West, I'm not worried about Africa. We understand that y'all created your own languages over there to communicate with each other, because just like us, your bloodline was mixed with different types of people and different types of culture and different types of background, that y'all had to learn how to communicate with each other. But when you come over here, you hear my southern accent with my southern dialect and my southern words, and I sound like my grandmother. I sound like my friends and family. You have a problem and tell me that I need to learn American English because you assimilated to American culture.
Let me say this. Let someone put it in the chat. There's a great mystery, and that's why I love the Bible. I'm sorry. Um, the Bible is a history book of our people. That's what I believe. When it says the first will be last and the last will be first, it's coming back around, y'all. We who were once at the bottom, see, that's what YT America fears. Because we're so phenomenal, we're so great, we're so powerful. We invented pretty much everything that everybody in the world is using today. We're only 49 million and we compete against the world. Black Americans, we compete on a global stage, y'all. You put us in the Olympics, we're kicking all y'all butts. Let's just keep it a buck. And that's not me trying to denigrate anybody. You can look and see for yourself. In boxing, MMA, who's the greatest MMA fighter that everybody cannot deny who it is? It's John Jones. He's a foundational Black American. The first will be last. And guess what? We're at the last. We will be first. So when we become first, guess what? Guess what the first is going to become? Guess what? You immigrants are even going to be over them. They're going to become last because they're the real minority in the world. The dominant society in America are the minority in the world. And they don't ever want to kick us out. They don't ever, you know why they don't want to kick us out the country? Because we're like the good luck charm. That's why they love.
They won't let us go.
That's why they love to rub our hair. When y'all see YT people trying to touch your hair, don't let them touch your hair. And don't let them play the game like they don't know what they're doing. They're trying to get some of that Mojara spirit off. They're trying to get some of that energy so they can be blessed as well. They use us as good luck charms and trinkets out here. They know who we are. They know they know where we come from. That stock of people. And listen, I'm not denigrating. I'm not saying it's only Black Americans. Okay, we know that some of us are all over the Caribbean and all over the South Americas. I'm talking about the Americas. Period. Now, not everybody. I'm not claiming all y'all tethers, I'm claiming zero tethers actually. But there are a few of y'all that can say y'all got this magic too. But we definitely got it here in America, and they know. The biggest thing is they don't want us to know who we really are, but we already figured it out. The first will be last and the last will be first. So when we destroy YT supremacy, it's going to be better for everybody. See, here's the thing. See, the Africans, they think when YT falls, they're going to be first. They're not. Let me tell you why. Because they want to be the colonizer. We already figured it out. I don't care if you don't know. That's what the big plan of Africa is. That's why they want to study the YT man. That's why they believe the YT man is superior, because they want to become just like the YT man. But guess what? Black Americans, we don't want to become the YT man, y'all. We just want a system of justice. We want to bring balance, fairness. That's what we're trying to do. That's what we're stomping the yard for. We're not stomping the yard so y'all can worship us. We don't need your worship. We don't want your worship. We're phenomenal. We know that. We don't need you to tell us we're phenomenal. We can look around. It's documented. Why do you think God allowed our history to be documented more than any other person's history on the planet? Did you know Black Americans, we got the most documented history on the planet? On the planet. God allowed that because he wanted us to know, hey, I love you. I'm going to take care of you. You're great. You're gonna shine. It's coming. Your time is coming. Be patient. The meek shall inherit the earth. That's us. We're the ones that have compassion for y'all. Y'all don't necessarily have compassion for us. We're the ones that trying to make it fair for all. Y'all not trying to make it fair. Y'all trying to make it fair only for your group, only for your lineage, only for your people, only for your tribe. But Black Americans, we stomp in the yard for everybody, y'all. And we don't care if y'all like it or not. We saying we don't need you to agree with us or disagree with us. We don't care. We're just gonna do it. We're just gonna do it. And if we gotta put all you melanated people on our back and drag you to the promised land, we will do it. All 49 million of us will do it. Gladly. No complaints. We might flick a few of you off our shoulder that are tethered, but that's it. We're going to drag you to the promised land. You got to get this ism that we got. This black consciousness, this is the only thing that's going to liberate you. Nothing else will. Nothing else will. You tried everything else, but you haven't tried this black consciousness. Put this on. Put the black consciousness on and see what it can do for you. Ask our brother in Suriname what it's doing for him. Y'all better go look at King Pronka's video on YouTube and see how he was standing on business for us. And he's not even one of us, but he is one of us. This brother woke up because he listened to Black Americans. Ask your boy Kwame. He woke up because he listened to Black Americans. Marcus Garvey got over here because of Black Americans. You're only in America feeding right now because of Black Americans. We did that, and we're not even the majority. So forgive us when we got to look at y'all strange when y'all the majority in y'all country and y'all acting like y'all been caught. Y'all looking like elephants tied to a small chain. And we just saying, can you just lift your foot a little bit higher, sir? Can you just go an inch further than where you're at right now and see what happens? Y'all better wake up and stop hating and get that love for Black America. Y'all should love us. Y'all should love us so much because we've done so much for y'all and y'all did nothing for us. You can't even, what have you done for a Black American? Ask yourself that question. What have you done for a Black American? Because we've done everything we can.
Can I answer that?
Answer it, please answer it.
Okay. So Ghana recently gave
No, that's a
500.
trick bag. That's a trick
No,
bag.
no, I'm coming.
Let me
No,
finish too much
I was
because you
answering
know
the
I know.
question. You were asking what
Go ahead.
Africans have done for Black Americans. I was
You said
answering.
Ghana. Go
Yeah,
ahead. Ghana
Ghana.
did what?
Yeah, Ghana recently. I don't know if I think it was within this week or last week. It gave 535 African Americans and Caribbeans free citizenship plus
No,
lands to start their lives in Ghana.
no. Black
Oh
Americans
yeah,
was not on
no,
that
look it
list.
up.
I
I'm.
am, but Black Americans wasn't on the list. We talked
Oh
about this.
no! You can't say that. No, don't
Is
say
this
that.
It
recent?
was. I'm being
Is this
truthful.
Hold on,
Okay,
let
recent?
me.
I'm
You
not
said
How do I
recent.
get on the big screen?
I got the laptop right here.
Listen, this slightly
I'm
takes us
not
from
But the last time I
a
looked,
particular
it was
perspective.
Jamaica.
Let me.
It was
can I
Jamaica
say
Okay.
and
this?
some other Caribbean countries that had free citizenship or they need a passport to go into Ghana. But I will look it up, Nana.
Okay.
Okay, now let me
I'm
ask you a
not
question, Nana Poco. Is this the same Ghana that did the same thing year of return and then now uplifted the people of that land and kind of taught a community? Is that the same Ghana? Is
It's
that the same Ghana that made $5 billion off the year of return and they made more money than anyone, and that's why every other country is having that year of return now all of a sudden because they realize the amount of money that's coming by the millions and billions. Is that the same Ghana?
Ghana has
Because
been a
you know,
place for
it sounds like
can
it's
I
moving.
interject here?
Yeah,
people coming in all the
right after I'm
time.
done.
It's
Right
not.
after
It
I'm done.
didn't start recent.
Hold on, Nana. Hold on, Nana.
All right.
So
Can
when it
I?
come down to it, right? When it come down to them offering anything, I would take that with a grain of salt because they already uprooted some communities already
A
over there.
lot of Black people came back
Okay,
home.
and you know what? I want to take it back even further. Okay, I'm not impressed because there's some
You don't know that
history
for no.
scholars on this panel. Wasn't Ghana involved in the slave trade? Let's go there.
Yeah, Ghana
Let's
was.
go all the way
It was,
back
and then they asked
there.
for seven hundred
Yeah,
and
Ghana was.
$77 million, and then I heard they got it. And then
We
I
need
need to look that up
reparations
too.
from Ghana. How about that? We need
There you
reparations
go.
from
And
Ghana.
Nigeria.
Oh, I
That's
mean,
it.
if
That's
if
it.
No,
if
no,
we
we
You
talk
need
know,
it
about
for
I'm not
reparations
people
from
impressed
who
with
Ghana,
in
that.
From
Central Africa, South
Nigeria.
Africa, East
yeah, but
Africa, because
we have
that's all the people
some
that was
Black
there.
Americans that also
And guess what, y'all?
slave
We are
trade
gonna
that
get it.
also who
We
like
No,
are
that's
in
not
gonna get
true.
it.
slave trade. What about
This is
them?
the thing. This is what we say
We
that
have
this
some
is
Black
When
what's
would
Americans
that
that
have
what we
been,
also
call.
sir?
This is what
some black
dishonest about
some
immigrants
Liberians
You
who
know
come
that
to
were
what?
America
That
and
trade.
that's
don't
kind
know
of
their
irrelevant to the
history and
point.
try to tell us.
I just want to let me say this to my immigrant brothers and sisters, and I say this with love and compassion.
Hmm.
We are decades ahead of you. Okay? You may believe that we're on the same field because you can see me, but I'm decades ahead of you. When he speaks to the black consciousness, this is what he's talking about. When Sister spoke to the genetic memory,
Come on. Thank
this
you,
is
sister.
what she's talking about.
That's
We're
our elder right
decades
there.
ahead of where you are today.
That's a true elder right there.
We are simply saying
In
to
what
you,
sense us is what you are you trying to say that?
stay in
Because
your place and listen to
you can't
those who
just
have
say
come
something without
before
providing the
you.
facts.
Let me spell it out for
Listen
you.
to those who have come before you so that you can take the lessons and leapfrog from where you are today.
Let
But
me
if
spell
you're
it out
going
for
to
you.
fight us, you are going to crawl.
Nobody's fighting you. Where are you
Let,
getting all this
let
from?
me
Who is
let me
fighting you?
let me let me make it
Hold
clear
on, I'm
for
coming.
y'all.
Hold on, I'm coming. I want
Africa,
to ask him.
hold on. Let me make it
He
clear.
said we should not.
Nah.
Who is
I'm
fighting?
talking.
Who is
I
fighting
guess I'm
you?
speaking to the tether class, brother. If you're
I'm
not the
talking.
tether class, then it doesn't apply.
I'm talking. Listen, let me make it clear for you. If Africa is the motherland, we're your daddy. We're the fatherland. And you need to listen
No, you can't
from the
say that.
fatherland. Yeah, brother. Because you don't got
No,
it. Y'all don't got the game. We can't get nothing. Listen, let me tell you something. There's nothing that Africa has that black Americans want or need. Let me say that
that's
again.
fine.
There's
That's
nothing that
fine.
Africa has that black Americans want or need. We never
Oh,
needed
hold
y'all
on,
help for nothing. Nothing.
look.
Y'all
You
need
get
us though. Hold on, Nana. You
in
need
what way?
us.
In what way?
You
Hold on.
need
In what
us
way?
because you're in
Because
our
right
country.
now,
You're
No,
we
in
Nana,
our
are
hold on. Let him
country.
finish,
Hold,
Nana.
we
Nana,
are in
listen
Nana,
your
up.
hold on.
country
Listen
because
up, brother.
Nana,
You're
hold
not
on,
gonna
brother.
overtalk me.
You get
You
emotional,
need
brother.
us. You're the ones like this. We're not doing this in
Nah.
Africa, brother. We're not doing. When we go to Africa, we pour into Africa.
Hmm.
We don't take from Africa. We pour into Africa. When you come to our country,
Mhm.
what are you doing? You're taking from us, from our resource that we're gladly sharing with you guys, brother. Thank a black American for sharing resources with you. Thank a black American for stomping the yard so you can come over here and take some of this game.
can I ask you a
Take some of this
question?
Hmm.
For
money
what you just said, like,
and
can
go
I ask
build
you
a
a question?
mansion and a hotel where you come from. Thank us
Right,
that you
right.
can do that, brother, because we're not extracting anything out of Africa and bringing it back to America. We're not doing that. We
Okay.
matter
You're
of fact, we're
not,
not.
but your
Matter of
country
fact, hold
is.
on, brother. Hold on,
Hold
brother. You're
on.
not gonna overtalk me, brother, because I'm still talking. I'm still giving you this ism. Okay, we're pan black Americans over here, brother. We're looking at the Americas right now. We're not even focused on Africa. We're looking at the Americas. South America, North America. That's what we're
Caribbeans,
focused on.
Mexico,
Caribbeans.
Puerto Rico.
Listen. We're figuring out that we might be able to do business with our Caribbean brothers before we even touch Africa.
We're gonna have
We
to.
might be able to do business with our Caribbean brothers before we touch Africa. We don't need nothing y'all got over there. Y'all resources is already being plundered by the Chinese, the Russians, the Dutch. Have at it. But we're looking at our brothers in South America now, brother. We're
Indians.
not
Can I
focused
talk to
Can
you
I
now?
correct
on
myself,
Africa.
y'all? Can I correct
Can I
myself
talk to
right
you?
fast?
Can I talk to you now?
Okay, I like to correct myself when I told Nana that that's not true. It is true, but with the correction, I would like to make it make it understandable. We all heard of the year of return. They did offer citizenship to African Americans and to Caribbean islands to invest in Ghana.
Thank you.
126 Africans diaspora, only
To
126
invest.
in the diaspora has got their citizenship, granted their citizenship in Ghana, only 126 people. However, they don't have opportunities set up like we do in America, like we fought for our people to come over and
Nothing open that we want.
you literally they have over 500 acres of land. That's not a lot of people, and this is for all the people in the Western that was enslaved. It's 130 million South America. So I don't know how 500 acres going to take care of 130 million of them. Then it's 48 million of us. Then it's 11.5 million of Haiti's. Then it's
Right.
3 million of Jamaicans. Puerto Ricans is like 2 million. I don't see how this is going to accommodate the
Okay.
descendants of
Um.
enslavement, but we can carry on because you cannot go over there
Where?
without money. You
Yeah.
cannot go over
Where
there
I'm from,
without having a career.
the
You cannot go over
the
there.
king.
You have to go over there and bring some type of
Bring a
resource. The
bag. You
same.
gotta bring
This
a
is the same
bag.
thing that America did when they was bringing over the elite white people, the elite Asians, the elite. They don't. You have to have a special skill, a job, or education to become a citizen of the United States before 1965. This is the same thing. However, they not offering any resources to help you along the way. You have to come with
Right.
your own bag.
Okay. So, host, you said something earlier. You said we need you. What did you mean by that? I just want you to be clear with it.
Are you over here in America, sir?
Yes.
Are you over here then you needed us. You couldn't have got
No.
over
I
here
need.
without us. You couldn't
I
have got
need.
Then
over
you
here
How much?
needed
without
Why
what
us.
did
we
you need you?
provided.
You needed
Hold
us.
on. Hold on. Let him explain.
You needed us,
I
brother.
need a
Civil rights.
country,
You needed
you.
our civil rights
Okay,
to get you over here, brother.
clearly, you familiar with the Immigration Act?
Right.
That's
I
us.
am.
That's
Are you
us.
familiar with the Immigration Act, sir? Okay,
That's
what?
Black
How do
I
you
Americans.
do
think
know
that
some
got
of it.
there?
How do you think yeah, exactly. How do you think it got there? That's us. You needed
Oh,
us. We
I
are
mean,
the bridge
I
oh,
you're
believe
walking over to get
that.
here, brother.
Hold on.
If we
oh.
destroy that bridge, guess what? You can't come anymore. We're
Someone
the
in the
bridge.
comments said
You
that
don't.
Ghana have
You don't
fresh
control
food
immigration.
and
What are you talking about?
they have really good
That's
food.
how you
I
brother,
want
white
people
people,
to
listen, you're a buffer class to the white people. They don't want you over here.
We
We're
don't
the
want to be
ones
over
we're the
here.
ones that stomp the
Now,
yard for you guys to come here,
He
the
brother.
might be
movement,
going back.
Yeah,
Because
we
we
in the
don't
might be
know
going
Sahara,
yet.
back.
the
The
movement
fact
towards
Yeah,
that
don't
they
say
Sahara
that
already
nonsense.
is what
Them
deported the
Africans
white people,
want.
motherfuckers because
them
We
white people
want
don't
to
want your
have
colorful
Brother,
houses over
a stable
here.
brother.
country. That's what
It,
we
Africans
want.
get deported at a
The
high
movement of
rate
the
and
Sahel
nobody talk
Alliance is what
about
we
it
want.
because you know
We
why?
wanna get them
You know
and
why?
their puppets out of their
Hold on,
country
Nana.
and
Hold
stay
on,
in our
Nana. One
country. That's
mic,
what we
brother.
want. So if you
Brother,
having it
brother,
wrong,
you're delusional. You've been believing the white lies. You believe in the Mayo
they
babble they've been
have
telling you,
control in
brother.
our political system by installing their puppets. That's what we are getting rid of. It is from a
you
Ghanaian. How
mean
you
the
gonna
same
tell
system
me?
that's
No,
been
no,
in
no.
place
Hold
for
on.
We ain't
500
taking
Why
over
years?
don't
you.
you
I
stand
was
on
quiet when
business?
you
Are
were
you
Hold
are you
on,
speaking.
talking
Nana.
about the same political system that's
Hold
been in place
on.
for
Hold
500
on,
years?
Nana. You got to listen up to this. You're the majority in your country. Why don't you stand on business and get those puppets up out of there and accept the consequences that come with that and keep fighting?
That's exactly what we're doing. That's exactly.
But he
Now
probably
every
doing actually
African is with
well.
the
Only
Sahel
20%
Hold
of
on,
movement.
them live
brother.
below
You
poverty.
can't do that over here, brother. You
Oh
can't
no,
do that over here.
no.
How can you say you're in something? See, think about Black Americans. We stayed here, and that's why we're not living in shanty towns, brother. That's why we don't have those issues that y'all have over there because we stood on business here and we continue to stand on business here and we're not fleeing over to somewhere else and saying we're in the fight. That's a lie.
I
That's a
mean,
lie, brother. You're
Yeah.
we know
lying to
what we're
yourself
doing. So
if
now
you
we have.
believe you're over here and you're fighting. You're not. You're enjoying the fruits of Black Americans' labor of wealth that we built up for this country for you to take advantage of. We stood on business so we don't have to live in shanty towns,
Too
brother.
much.
We
You
stood on
missing
business
it.
so we can have opportunity in this country. And when we stood on business, I'm gonna let you speak right now. When we stood on business, guess what happened? When we stood on business, it benefited all the diaspora. Now they're able to come here.
I
And
mean,
don't
definitely
forget
not all.
the civil rights
What are you
movement.
talking?
Don't forget the civil rights movement.
Yeah, the civil rights movement is crucial.
You know,
Right.
it's
That's
still
a,
us.
Hold on.
but the Immigration Act was part of the civil rights movement, brother.
Mhm. It was.
Okay. Neither would have occurred without us. Correct.
There was people already moving in America before the civil rights movement.
It
Do we all
wasn't
agree
you
to that?
people.
I
It
beg to
wasn't.
differ, sir.
It wasn't you.
No.
I
Those
beg to
people.
differ, sir.
Hold
How you
on.
gonna tell us
The
about our
numbers
history?
of which
I'm
you
not talking about a
speak
country.
are
How you gonna tell us about our own
negligible
country, brother?
at best.
That's weird to me, brother. How you gonna?
But
You don't
no,
even understand what
I
America's
just explained
immigration
it to you.
system was set up like in 1860. It,
No, what I said
no,
was
he
I
obviously
just
not
explained
he's
to
everybody
you.
not
that
They only
fought
getting
for
let
the
the
civil
elite
rights
in.
what.
You have
was
to
an
have a
African
career. You have to have a
was a black
college degree.
American. That's what I
You have to
meant.
have
So
some kind of
definitely
skill.
there are gonna be some Africans who will fight
He
by
doesn't
that. That's what
understand
I
how
meant.
far back that goes.
That's
59
what I
years ago.
meant.
So this is telling me that Nana
Um,
is somewhere between 28 and 40.
But this is the
nah, it ain't
thing,
got
True or
nothing
y'all.
to do with
false?
age. Why are you relating this to age?
It
Look,
Age
y'all.
does.
is
You
Nana.
just
different from
mentioned this, and
It's
I'm
wisdom
gonna
only
go
the
and
on mute.
young
knowledge.
Africans who don't know the history because they don't do the research. Let's be real, bro.
Right.
Let's be honest. You haven't researched any of this. You're just talking.
Hmm.
You're making it up as you go along. You haven't done your research. You don't really know what you're talking about. You're just talking. You wish it to be true. You're saying I'm a tether and I say so. You can't do that, brother. You can't just make up stuff and expect us to believe it. Actually go do the research and then come back and talk to us. And then we can have an intellectual conversation. But as long as you keep just babbling and making up stuff, we're never going to get anywhere. It's bad faith. It's just bad faith arguments all across the table from you, brother, because you haven't done the research. Go do the research. Google is your friend. Just take time. Do 15, 20 minutes a day research on Black Americans a day and get caught up to speed.
Can I say
Or
this
better
too?
yet, try the new black media.
Yeah, just listen
Try
to our
Professor Black Truth.
just listen to our
Try the
grassroots media.
Black Authority. Try Vicky Dillon. Try Lisa Cabrera. Try Tori and Rain.
Dr. Uma.
Try the new black media. You want to know where we at? Go get the information. But I'll say it as I've said it before on this panel. You need to be sitting in the back pew. You shouldn't be running up to the mic.
This is the thing. Someone said that America is open to all ethnicities. No, it's not, because we have banned on certain countries from Africa. We have travel bans for certain countries, and Trump is saying he's going to put the travel bans back for a lot of countries in Africa. And then we have the lottery, and Black Americans invented the lottery. But in the comments, someone said, "I've been to Ghana. They have um fresh fruits and everything." Okay, when we talk about, the refrigerator truck was invented by a Black American, but that wasn't my point. Y'all do know that America planted certain trees because of us, right? They only planted male trees because they didn't want nothing to grow from it. They didn't want us to eat from the land. That's why you can go to the islands and you can pick off a mango tree, But over here, we had to start from nothing. And then they was being funny in the comments, and they said, "But peanut butter soup is delicious." Okay, again, peanut butter was invented by a Black American, and it
George
reaches all the
Washington
way over
Carver.
there
The first
to make your
biochemist,
beautiful soup
the
that you're
first
trying to compare with us
biochemist
right now.
was us, y'all. The first biochemist. But thank God, you know why you have biochemistry? Because
We
of
made peanut
us.
butter.
We did that. You talk about scientists. We got scientists. We got doctors. We got name an industry that we're not in, and that we
And we're
don't
moving.
technically dominate.
And we keep
Come on,
moving. We don't stay stagnant. We're
we don't
moving.
stay.
We
We
don't
just
stay
move on.
stagnant. You don't just be in a tradition because it's tradition and pass it down thousands and thousands of years and never make a change, never put anything else there. You never move with the times. And now you expect for us to not move with the times? We move with the times. Y'all stay stagnant. So that's why you've been colonized.
Let me
And
tell you
no,
something. I have
we're
no
not
reason
even
to lie.
trying.
Not you, sweetheart, but I want to confront this African Nigerian. When you have over 100 million people suffering with some kind of STD and over there in Nigeria, don't you ever put your mouth to call me a liar. The disrespect, I have never disrespect you or know who you are. But one thing I don't have to do is lie. Peanut butter was invented by Black Americans.
And,
Chemistry is from
and
Africa.
he called somebody a bitch. He need to be put out of
I
here
called him
because
a bitch
you're not finna be using that kind of
Y'all know
because
what
he
to
language.
been
do.
trolling.
Y'all know what to do, mods. Y'all get him
I've
up
been
out of here.
trying.
Put
I've
him
been
out of
trying not
here.
to block
Put
all
him
the
out of here.
trolls,
Because some
but
things just can't be tolerated like that. I
you're
mean,
not gonna keep on
no.
disrespecting me because you feel insecure about the things that I
Well,
say.
they don't
I
like.
Listen,
They
have
don't want
calmed
you to
down
have the
my
truth.
voice because
listen.
Mr.
We
Foundation
never
asked
said
me
nothing
to.
about chemistry. We said biochemistry. Thank
Io.
brother us. Biochemistry. Thank us.
George Washington Carver, do your research. And then he suffered for that because they castrated him because he didn't have a mom or a father. They castrated him and he had a high pitched
Afro
voice
Central, you
because they
saying it's
were
weird talking
afraid.
about inventions that white people
You
stole.
know who the
Do you
family
not know
was?
that the reason that we have our inventions pattern because white people stole? That is the thing. Y'all come over here, you name yourself Afro, which that is a Black American word that
I
we
will
created in
create another
1939.
account. Block me. Look at how foolish you. This is what
That
tethers
is a
do.
Black American
Block
word. You
their ass
abused by
then.
our culture so much that you named yourself after a word that we invented, created for us to describe the hairstyle in our culture. But yet you over here saying that the white man stole. You stole. You
Go
literally
create
stole.
another
Man,
account. How about that?
man,
Just go create.
these
I don't
people are
block.
cowards. These people are cowards. They're cowards. And as I was saying, George Washington Carver, George Washington Carver was a biochemist. He created, they gave him one peanut, and that man made all kinds of stuff with that peanut, and they still use it today. They
They took
castrated him,
all his inventions, y'all. When he passed away, they took it all.
took
They said
it.
you gotta
To tell
lock
you a
this
part
stuff
about they
up.
castrating him. Go ahead.
Hold on.
Yeah, they
Here's
castrated
what
him.
y'all don't understand. Here's what y'all don't understand. A lot of George Washington Carver is locked up in the secret files,
I mean,
the X files, even. Okay, that's how phenomenal this brother was. Your whole pharmaceutical company. Guess
thank
what?
you.
That's based around.
Face creams,
That's based around your boy George Washington Carver.
one
That's
peanut.
us. And if you
It's the
and if you
same
and if,
man
and
that
if you
said
ever
that
heard
soy was bad for you.
bad for you, and if you ever heard George Washington Carver speak, he sounds like a woman.
Yeah, they castrated him because
He didn't
they
like
were
he
afraid
didn't like
that he
being
was
around people. He didn't like
right.
talking because he knew
This
that
is
people looked at him. He rather, did you know that he was the first plant whisperer? He talked to plants.
So
He
did.
communicated with plants. The man
he
was
got
that
so many
he knew
inventions.
how to communicate with plants.
And he had no parents, so he had to be raised by white people, and they didn't want to think that he would go along with any white girls, so they
Yes.
had him castrated. They had him chemically castrated, so that's why his voice was high pitched. But he made videos, and you can even hear him. They still have in the Library of Congress. They have recorded messages from this man when him teaching and explaining how he came about the innovations that and Nana, you need to look into that more before you start telling us about Africa. We didn't mistreat you on that.
Hear
You
me,
got to get the
people.
truth.
Hear me, people. This man was able to talk to plants. He was able to communicate with plants. When they asked him where you get this information, he said the plants
That's
told
said it.
me.
Yep.
But the thing about it, someone in the comments, and I keep seeing African flags. So sorry. That is one reason that I'm not focused on because we focus on y'all all the way from the 30s to the 50s to the 60s. I'm tired. You said why we don't use the things that we invent and invest in our communities. We have more successful communities in states and cities than Africa.
Sweetie, let me just in the words of the one we love the most, 𝗤𝗏 From here on out, bro, you gonna have to hold your own nuts, nigga, cause we ain't finna do it. So now you don't have to give us no more credit. You ain't got to remember our inventions, you don't have to say nothing. You don't have to give us any credit. You don't have to do nothing. Just reach
Right.
down and
Now, hold on.
squeeze, baby.
Let me twist that knife a little bit more. Let me just twist it a little bit more. You know who Terrence Howard is?
Yes.
That brother. Listen, AI. Y'all better thank Terrence Howard. Some of the stuff that Terrence Howard invented and patented,
Hmm.
we're still inventing, y'all. It's phenomenal. They're
Y'all got to
using it
promote.
today, right now. AI couldn't do what AI was doing without a patent from Terrence freaking Howard, a foundational Black American. We're still doing stuff today.
We
We
have to
still got
innovate.
phenomenal people today.
Yeah.
We don't got to look back 20, 30 years anymore. We can look today, what we're still inventing today.
And he's
And we
still
ain't gonna
going.
never stop. And we ain't gonna
And
never stop.
Hold on, let me tell you something that y'all may not know. Y'all don't know
I
what
know that
AGI
was
is.
right.
Y'all don't know what AGI is, but AGI just is a fancy word for saying super intelligent. You know when they're saying we're gonna reach AGI?
Mm-hmm.
They're
You
saying
know
in
who that is,
2000
right?
freaking 25, 2026, or 2027
Wow.
AGI, and you can thank Terrence Howard for that. A freaking actor who we all thought was just an actor, but somehow the ancestors is speaking to this brother. And if you ask Terrence Howard, he said the ancestors is telling him. He said he has dreams about this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Dreams. And then he just wakes up and follows through. And he said his wife thinks he's crazy because he tries to patent everything. He says, no, this needs to be documented. We got to patent it. And he's right. So we all need to take a lesson from Terrence Howard. If you got a great idea and invention or something, don't get it
Mm-hmm.
patented. Black people, get all
Mm-hmm.
your stuff patented because
That's
if you
right.
don't,
Trademarked and patented.
they won't believe you did it. They'll give it to the Juan
Trademarked.
Crow of the world. Y'all know about
And
Juan Crow, right?
That's
Y'all know
how
about
they've
them
gotten
Hispanics
every
who are
dime they
pretending they
got
have
right now.
civil rights,
And what's that?
and they were
What's
marching with us when they were nowhere to be
oh,
seen. When they were marching for their whiteness, we gotta watch out for the erasure of our history, y'all. And that's
mm-hmm.
what they're trying to do. So we got to patent and trademark everything that we do. We got to patent it
right.
and trademark it. And thank
Everybody's
God
talking
for our
about it.
brother Terrence Howard, who is inventing things still to this day. He got this little octagon thing where he took these drones
Mm-hmm.
and put them
Mm-hmm.
together in the
The
shape of
flower
Mm-hmm.
of life.
and they're able to pick up 1,000-ton objects with a freaking droid. What do you call clone? What do you call those things? You know what I'm talking about? What did I just say? I forgot. I lost my train of thought. Those little things that fly in the air,
Drones.
drones. With freaking drones, he's getting drones to pick up 100-pound, 50-pound, one thousand
Mm-hmm.
pound objects that they
They
weren't
trying to
able
figure
to
out how to
do
steal that
themselves.
right now.
And he
You
solved a
understand what I'm
math
saying?
problem that they was not able to solve, including them two New Orleans
Yeah.
girls too.
He's still demystifying everybody with one times one does not equal
One
one.
time one.
He's
Right. Right.
demystifying. He got the greatest of greatest scientists contemplating like, that makes kind of sense.
Mm-hmm.
How
That's
can
true.
one be itself when it's
Woo.
times one? One is a multiple. If one is a multiplier, how can it be itself?
Thank you. And if you adding one, and then you add another one times one, it's still you adding another one. See, one time one is two.
Man, let me tell you something. They're doing. They figured out that zero is not zero.
Come
Zero
on.
is not zero, y'all. Matter of fact, there's no such thing as zero
We are
because
uprooting
There is none.
you
the
can't get
whole damn
nothing
thing being
from
overhauled.
nothing. You can't get
Yeah,
nothing
none of
from
this.
nothing. There's no way you can get nothing from nothing. It's
Thank you.
always something
Got to be
that creates
something.
the something.
I want
God
to
is the
introduce
only
y'all
one
to
that did
Maureen
that.
Crock. Maureen Crock she running things over there in Google, is a FBA, a Foundational Black American. She invented voice over internet program. She is the reason why we all can conduct this live. This is her pattern, y'all. She has several inventions, but voice over internet is the reason that we can Skype, FaceTime, WhatsApp, you know, see our face on the internet in our computers and hear our voices. It's her, Maureen Crock. She's a still living. She's head over there at Google.
Now,
We have
You
so
want to know where
many.
your
The
Asian is
thing
going to
about
come
it is
from?
we're still making history because we're not that far removed. It's only been 159 years. And people already want us to dismiss and not talk about our accomplishment on the land that they immigrated to.
right.
And
And
then when
because
they
we don't
accomplish
come up, we
something,
ain't got no guns, because we not got guns and
Pew
going over to
pews,
your
pew
country.
pews, pew pews, man, pew pews, pew pews.
Oh,
pew pew.
Since we don't have that and we're not bullies, and, we're not bullies and we're not pushing ourselves off on other people, we're just pretty much minding our own business, then we are perceived as weak and dumb and stupid. And because we descend from slaves, then they think that we should be basic and quiet and humble and be trampled on. And just because people perceive us as being at the bottom, they perceive the bottom as the bottom. They don't understand what bottom actually is, because at the bottom, then you can still look up. But where do you go from at the top? Where do you go from there?
How many people would like to be born into a truly free society where you don't have to pay for anything and
Thank you.
everything is a gift? Black Americans, that's what we're about.
And I don't remember nobody
We
bringing
don't
us.
need, we love the hookup. Black American culture, we love the hookup because we really don't want to pay for nothing. We really don't want to pay for nothing. Let's keep it a buck. That's the type of society we want. We want a society where everybody got the hookup. Walk into the grocery store and just take food. Walk in, go to a cyber center and internet Wi-Fi is free in 24 in every direction you look to, all over the globe. Wi-Fi. That's the society that we're about building.
And
that's
we
why the
eat
YT
good.
people listen. We invent things. Hold on. We invent things. We invent things that are phenomenal. Like the brother that took water from the ozone layer and
Wow.
able to produce running water for people to drink, drinkable water. Right? You know what the government do? They go and shelf that. They want to hide that. The brother that made water put into a car and the car runs on water. You know what the government does?
They killed him.
The brother that creates
Unallowed him.
unlimited energy. When we create unlimited energy, you know what they do? They take that brother out and then they go shelf that because they
Right.
want to profit off of because that's their survival. Their survival is being a parasite. Their survival is you invent something and then they profit from it. That's their game plan. We invent it. We started hip hop, and what are they going to do? They're going to profit from it. That's their game plan. That's the only way they can survive. But when we invent something, it's free and clear. Here, take this ism, take this game. I got so much, man. Let me rub my own head to get some luck because I got that much power. I got that much ingenuity. I got that much innovation in me. I got that much of God in me that I can give enough to you. See, when the Bible talks about oil, we got oil. We got oil for days and days and years and years and years and years and years. We got the oil. We got the oil. We got the secret sauce. Y'all need to get some of this ism. If y'all just stop hating, we'll give it away to you. We'll say, here, take this and go free your country. Here,
And we
Loving
don't hate
people.
nobody. And it's not no hate. It's no hate. We don't hate you. We don't, and we're not jealous of you or anything. They were saying that 70% of the doctors that graduated from Harvard Medical School were Nigerians, and Nigerians had their chest out. But you didn't see no black people getting online hating on the Nigerians because,
Not true.
huh?
I say 9 times out of 10 that's not true.
Yeah, but they put it out. They put it out there.
YT people put it out there to cause
Well,
division.
irregardless, her point is valid. You didn't see no foundational black Americans hating on them successful Nigerians.
We didn't hate them. We didn't hate on none of them. My question was why they never opened up a clinic in none of our communities. That was my question.
How do you just come out of college or school and start
Well,
opening
I'm gonna agree with that.
Same way you're
I'm agreeing with I'm agreeing with
All
on
of them,
this.
all of them weren't just coming out. I'm saying that
in
over
America, you know how the
over
system
the
is
years.
structured. How are you going to do
No, that I'm yeah,
Same way you
that's
keep
a
that
false.
box and say you're
That's
African-American.
unfortunately, in my opinion, coming out and doing what they're doing. They can't come out and just run into the community, one, because their talents are for sale. And their talents are for sale to the highest bidder.
Mercenary.
Okay? And generally, our FBA family ain't the highest bidder.
Then keep that same energy when you expect something to come from us to them. I mean, it's the
You don't
same.
hear me saying nothing
Let
against
me say
that.
this. Dubion, are you still here, Dubion? Dubion, are you
here?
Is she in the house?
Dubion, if you're here, I need to make space for Dubion real quick. But why I got the people in the room? Do y'all want to see cousin face? Do y'all want to see
Hey,
cousin come
whoa.
on camera?
We do want to see cousin face.
Can y'all do me a favor? All 166 of you in the room, can you follow my boy cousin? Give cousin uncle a shout out. Give him a follow. Matter of fact, follow Sweet Will, follow my moderators, follow the people on the panel. But if y'all want to see cousin show his face, he said he's pretty handsome, y'all. We don't know. We gonna find out Sunday. We don't know. We don't know. We gonna find out Sunday. But if y'all want to see how handsome this brother is, can y'all give that brother a follow so he can turn his camera on? Please give this brother a follow. And we want this brother running his own live. Can y'all please give this brother a follow so he can start running his own live? Do me a favor. Follow cousin, uncle. What's your whole name, cousin, uncle? It's cut off.
Cousin Uncle Grampy.
Cousin, Uncle Grampy. Follow
Yeah, all
cousin,
of that.
Uncle Grampy. We want
I
to
figured everybody need a friend, damn it.
we want to see this purdy brother. He's a purdy.
Hey, I didn't say I was pretty. I just said I wasn't the ugliest somebody on the internet, okay?
Take me down. You can bring her in. You can take me down and bring
Is Devon? Is she here?
Where's
Doc-
Duvion? Duvion, are you here?
Miss D,
Because
you here?
somebody, I need Duvion. If anybody has Duvion's
you can
email
take me
address,
down.
if anybody has
She's not in the
Duvion's
request
email
box.
address, no, it's okay. Somebody left. If anybody has Duvion's email address, put it in the chat so all the people who are subscribed to the channel, you need to email Duvion. If you want to get into our foundational Black American business that we're building, if you want to get it, be a part of that and be a part of this investment group and the many projects that we're going to have in the future, I need you to give your email over to Duvion. But you got to be a subscriber. If you're not a subscriber, she's gonna look it up, y'all. She's gonna find out. So you got to subscribe to the channel, and then after you subscribe to it, it's only $3. I'm not, it's just something to show that you really want to be a part of this thing. It's something to sacrifice, a small sacrifice. Okay, that's not Duvion. I'll bring you up in a minute, Alfonso. Somebody put Duvion's email in the chat for the new people that subscribe to the channel, so they can email Duvion so you can be a part of our email list that we send out. And also, you got to be FBA. I'm not saying you got to be FBA to support the channel. If you want to support the channel, great, support us. We'll take your support. But if you want to get into our business meeting, our business planning, you got to be FBA, Foundational Black American, and then we'll send you the email. We'll get you into the Discord, and you'll get on the Zoom call, and we have a good time over there, y'all. We're having fun building a business. Okay, we're having a good time, just getting to know everybody, personality wise and things like that. And you're gonna see, if y'all think Wolfie is hard on here, get her to the Zoom meeting. She's really a nice, sweet woman. She's not as hard or difficult as y'all think she is. Okay, on here she's very passionate, and we love her. And nobody's going to denigrate our sister. She's an amazing woman. She's a wealth of knowledge. And also, Frida, you're welcome anytime. You're one of our true elders. You're coming with knowledge, and we appreciate you on here, and we respect you. Nobody's going to disrespect you, Frida, okay? And Esther as well. Nobody's going to disrespect none of our foundational Black American sisters. Y'all are powerful. Y'all are wonderful. We appreciate it. We need it. Y'all been with us from the beginning, and y'all ride us, okay? So we appreciate y'all, okay? So
Yes, we do, sister. Don't think we don't.
we do.
Too much. Can I say something in regards to that?
Go ahead,
Can I say
Foundation.
something in regards to that? We got to understand that that's coming from the other class, right? That
Go ahead, brother.
They hard and they're difficult. That's all come from that. Understand that we talk with power, right? Because we come from ancestors that didn't flee, that didn't run. So when we talk with power. And a lot of people, they talk with their hands out, begging, woe is me. And so when they hear that power, it sounds as if it's there. It sounds as if it's hard. It's not hard at all. Because at the end of the day, when people speak with power, right? Me, I understand Sweet. I don't get difficult or any of that from Sweet at all, or any of the sisters. I hear power when they talk. I hear the ancestors speaking through them. So we gotta make that very clear on that's really what it is, right? Because a lot of people, that's a misconception. That's from other groups that we kind of start talking these same talking points, and we gotta stop talking these talking points. That's the other groups are kind of putting on.
I agree with that.
Right?
We don't have a gender war. We know our women are powerful, and we know how to deal with our women. They are powerful. We say is don't use your power against the Black man, and we're not going to use our power against the Black woman. We're going to work as well. We're going to combine our power and take back the land that belongs take back the power and the strength in our community that belongs to us together. The nuclear family together, we're gonna do what we need to do. We're gonna stand on business and defeat this system of white supremacy. That's what it is. So if y'all feel offended by our women talking, we don't. We know they're powerful. We know they're strong. We know they're phenomenal just like we are. That's the way God made us. We can't hate on that. That's the way our ancestors giving it to us, and we got to rock with what our ancestors are saying. That's what it is. If
A
I've been
strong man needs a
if I have
strong
been
woman.
critical in the past, I apologize right now. I'm telling you right now that our women are phenomenal and powerful, and we're okay with that. We know how to deal with our women. Maybe you can't, but we do. That's why they belong to us. That's why 85% of us are married to foundational Black Americans. That's why. Because we
And
know how to deal with us.
it's a respect thing. It's a respect thing.
Mm-hmm.
Respect you
Yeah.
too, and we thank you for honoring us, and we thank you
Mhm.
for listening to us and caring
Mhm.
enough about what we think to give us a
We
platform that
hear
we
our
can
women. We
speak.
hear. That's one thing we do.
Mhm.
We hear our women are allowed to speak. They're allowed to say it with their chest, and vice versa. Men, we don't walk on eggshells around our women either. We say it with our chest, whether they
So
like it or not. We do what we do. They do what they do, and we come together and we're stronger. That's how it is.
Mm-hmm.
I can be a
With
little bit,
respect.
love is correction, y'all. So if I don't correct you, that means I don't love you. If I don't correct the Black woman, that means I don't love the Black woman. If the
That's
Black woman
right.
don't hold us to what we say and hold us to a higher standard, they don't love us either.
what I'm
So it goes
saying.
both ways. Grace
Well,
and
the whole
humbleness. That's what I preach. Men be graceful. When women speak, because they speak with emotion, you got to have grace. Women, when you're speaking to a man, you got to be humble. That's all we're saying. Because men, we're not going to accept disrespect from nobody. Nobody's going to disrespect the Black man. It's not going to happen. We're going to stand on business and we're going to do what needs to be done. And that's how it is.
So
You're
our ladies
powerful.
can
I
I'm
know
would
what
I
to
would
powerful.
do.
only
Let's
ask my
combine
sisters on the
our
panel
power and
this.
get things done.
My ladies, my sisters, my dear queens on the panel, I would only ask y'all this. Can if y'all trust me to have 180 degrees of your front, can I trust you to have 180 degrees of my back?
Absolutely.
As long as you don't restrict me on how I do that, yes, sir. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna make
You
sure you
notice that
folks.
180 is a circle, right?
That's
Yes,
right.
sir.
That's it.
Okay.
I'm
How you go
80%
disrespect the circle?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
That's
You
it.
know, and if you don't want me to bring all of it, you just tell me how much to bring, and I'll bring that because I can do the whole 180, bro.
That's it.
I'm not gonna
I
lie.
do your
And,
180.
and that is
Black
all.
people,
That is all a man should ask of any woman that comes into his life for the rest of his life. I ain't gonna get everything right.
180 plus 180 creates 360. That's the whole circle right there.
Period. Period.
That's it.
Period.
mm-hmm.
That's the whole
But
circle
I
right
need you to
you know
just
what I'm
trust that I got that, because I'm gonna trust you got the other side.
Look,
Period.
I would rather be around us black people. I don't in the diaspora. I'm not trying to be around other people. When I want to go back and forth with somebody, I'm not trying to look for a white tea or communicate or go back and forth. I'm literally gonna go back and forth with people who I feel like they could be my cousins. They look like me. They just
there.
crazy or don't have an understanding. I mean, when I go after white people, my page get banned because I go left. My oppressor always been a white man. It has never been someone that looked like me. When I'm going after, when we going back, we just fighting. It's not nothing. I don't take nothing to heart. My feelings is not hurt. I'm just really like, I can't believe you said that type of person. I can't believe that was said. But I will never allow anybody outside of the black race to disrespect another black person in front of me, wrong or
Right.
right.
I
Right.
mean, I
Wrong
mean,
or
I
right.
run into some
Right.
I
real
just
My
can't see
my
myself
problem
in
is
shit. I can't do it. I can't. I be trying to stay
I
out
can't.
of it. I can't do it.
my
I can't.
problem
Because
is
if an
YT
African is
women.
getting disrespected and I'm standing right there and they trying to,
Yeah.
some of them be like trying to understand, like, calm down. I'm
What?
speaking, I'm raising my authority voice and telling people to leave them alone. I'm standing up, and that's just my personality, y'all. I ain't
Right.
really like this in real life. I am a voice, and I'm a Taurus. You can blame me on being a Taurus, but I am a voice. I go for the
Shout out to
I
the Tauruses. Shout out.
look. I always go for the lesser man, and sometimes y'all try to make black Americans feel the lesser. So that's why I'm going for us.
You're not gonna
But
change your tourist
at
mind.
the end of the day, I really do love all black people.
Give
I
her
really
that.
do study our history, and I really do see that we are the greatest in the world. Now, when it comes down to the diaspora, we just need some respect on our name so we can go back and start respecting you again. I never lost respect. I only fight individuals, but we do need some respect on our name.
Right.
Put some
And
respect
it's only fair.
on her name.
It's only
And
fair.
that's really what it come down to, right? Having that respect. A lot of people, they come here with this entitlement and a lack of respect. And then when we retire again, we come with warrior ancestors with the warrior spirit. So when we retaliate or say something back, it's like you are xenophobic, hateful, and this, that, and the third. So again, if we
Divisive.
come and lead with respect, right? If they lead with respect, I promise you, we respect tenfold because we are loving people naturally, right? Because what y'all seeing is the top of the onion, but once you start peeling them onions back, the core root, that little small onion, that's us. That's the heart and the love that's waiting to be explored.
I
Can I
was somewhere. Oh,
um
go
can
ahead,
I
Miss
just
Rita.
I just want to speak briefly. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Each and every one of you. You have made this senior, you've made my day. Um
Your
and
elder.
it's
Your
been
brother.
encouraging, the conversation, everyone included. It's been encouraging because as a senior, it 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 appeared that there's no more real foundational black people. And I just happened to slide up into this live. And I stayed. I think I've been here about 2.5 hours. But I so appreciate each and every one of you
Yeah, we do that.
and remain firm, focused, and committed. It does a 70-year-old woman, it does my heart happy. I feel good. I respect each one of you and everything that
Yeah.
has been discussed. I so appreciate y'all. Thank you. And with that, I'm going to drop. Be
Thank
blessed,
you.
everyone.
Love you, Miss
Peace and
Rita.
light.
Love you,
Love
Miss
Divine
y'all.
honor
Rita.
to you.
Thank you, Miss
Thank
Okay.
you,
Rita.
Divine
sister.
honor.
We appreciate you.
Welcome anytime on the platform. Anytime. Anytime.
Thank you.
Divine
I,
All
honor.
I,
right.
And he's
And
from
just
the
know
H,
that
but
you
I
are
like to
part of
add
the
on.
B1 Brigade, sister. You
Nobody
are
gonna
yeah.
part of the B1
nobody's
Brigade.
gonna
All
disrespect.
right. Thank you. All right. Y'all
This
take care.
this
Have a
sister
wonderful
All
live.
day.
right.
Sister, before
Bye
you
bye.
leave, Miss
Yes.
Frida,
Yes.
are you from the north, the south, or the west?
I'm from the north. I'm in the northeast, the smallest state in the country. But my parents, my teachers were from North Carolina.
Mm.
Yeah, you gonna see
So
you know
that's
our people, y'all. When we say where y'all from, and y'all be like, "Oh, I don't want." You don't need to know all that, man. FBA's know where they come from.
You
That's
see?
how we know you from
I
FBA
tell you?
people.
I mean, even though, I know she want to leave, but being a
uh-huh.
70-year-old woman, my mother is like would have been like 74, 75, or a little younger than that. Don't get me wrong. She's been passed away for over 20 years.
Mhm.
But you was born without civil rights.
Yes, I was 10 years old watching the civil rights movement. I watched the dogs, the
Mm.
You was about the
hoses.
integration, wasn't you?
Yes, yes. I experienced
Do you
when I would
remember
travel with
Emmett
my
Till?
parents. When I would travel with my parents south, the water fountains, the bathrooms, all of that. I was a child, but
Hmm.
I clearly remember it. And I thank God for the parents that I had because they taught me. They
Did you know
taught
your
me
great
my
grandmother,
history.
or
Did I?
did you hear stories of your great grandmother, your great grandfather?
No, I did not. No, I did not know them. Um, I didn't know them, but I do know my family history. I'm very much aware of it. Yeah.
The reason I ask is because being an elder and you have seen more than what my eyes have seen. You have experienced more than my life has experienced. I'm one of the first generation that was born into civil rights. You know, having civil rights. But my
Okay. Okay.
siblings and my mother, my father, my aunties and them, they was born without civil rights.
That's
So
right.
I know that within years, their life experience is way different from mine. You know?
Yeah. Oh
And
yes.
yeah,
Oh
and
yeah. I
even being
witnessed, Martin Luther King,
hmm
Malcolm X, John F. Kennedy.
hmm
I was in school when that happened. A lot. I saw a lot as a child. I saw
hmm
quite a bit. And
I
like I
got
Do
said,
you remember Emmett
fortunately,
Till?
no, see, I was born in 53. I was born in 1953.
Okay,
So
yeah, right,
in the
right. I get that.
60s, right, right. I was,
Right. I kind of
eight,
thought that's about
10
where
years
you
old.
were. It was
I
just
got
a
Yeah.
little bit. You were around, but you weren't present.
Okay. I must have been in the crib, I guess,
I
or the
got
playpen.
Can I ask you another question, Miss Frida?
Sure,
What
sure.
has America changed since? How old were you in 1965? Like you was still a teenager, right?
In 65, okay.
hmm
Um, I
You
don't know.
was
I'm not good at
you
math.
you was still a youth.
I know I had to be about 10, 8, 10 years
Okay.
old.
So what
who
has
got Duvion? Hold
experience?
on,
I
real
made
quick.
10, 11
Who got
somewhere in there.
Duvion's email? Who got Duvion's email? Anybody has Duvion's email?
I can check my emails to see if
Can you
she
check your
emailed me,
email? And
but I've
what
shared
is
a
it?
lot twice.
Harlem Taylor. Make sure you send a direct message to Harlem Taylor with the email for Duvion.
Someone said you was 12, and I
No, I
believe
don't think.
they did the math.
Uh,
I just want to
well,
know
whatever,
how is
whatever.
it different because we didn't got so comfortable and we didn't experience not walking on the same sidewalk or just segregation. We didn't experience that. We would see segregated by the time I was alive. How what
I got one fun
Okay.
question for you, Frida. I got one fun question for you. Malcolm or Martin? Which side was you on? And which side were your parents on?
Um,
that's a good one.
my dad was definitely Malcolm.
Okay.
Yes,
My mom, Martin.
Okay. What side were you
understandable.
on?
Excuse me?
What side were you
Understandable.
on?
I still didn't get it.
What side were you on?
Understandable, and that sounds
Um,
about right for
I
most
mean, I
families
was,
in that
yeah,
period.
I would, hey, you can't say that, not for somebody 10, 11 years old. I was a daddy's girl, so I guess I would say Malcolm.
Okay.
Me
Now,
too.
Miss
Okay, hold
Frida,
on real
No,
quick.
I even,
Nani Poca. I don't know why I don't know if somebody was reporting your page. They said something about you got some images that was inappropriate. I didn't see anything inappropriate, but
What?
it had me remove Nana Poca. I don't know.
Please
I
do
don't
not
know.
report the people on this panel, even
I
if
don't
you
know.
yeah,
disagree
that's
with
I
what
right.
they
didn't say
say.
anything wrong, but I promise you, it said remove Nana Poku. He has images or something that was so. Anyway, y'all, I got in the live anyway, so it's glad. Frida, you're welcome
We
anytime to
thank
come
you.
back to the
I
panel.
got a question.
We, we thank
will
you.
do,
I got
will
one
do.
question, sir.
We actually want to bring you back up again and ask you some more questions if that's okay.
Bring a
That's
friend.
fine. I love it. I love it.
I got a question.
Absolutely.
Let me
Okay,
hurry,
y'all
Thank you
be
for having me
blessed.
on the
let me hurry
panel.
up and let me hurry up and follow you before you leave. Let me
Me
get over
too.
here.
I'm gonna send you a follow too, Frida. I'm gonna do that as
Yeah,
well.
I gotta follow you, Frida.
I'm gonna
Okay,
send you.
thank you.
Thank you
Okay.
for having me on the
All
panel
right,
too
be
much.
blessed.
Thank you, y'all.
Hey,
Peace and light to
Foundational
everybody on the panel.
American
It's my
viewers,
honors.
anytime on the panel, brother. Every time you come up on here, you bring knowledge and wisdom, brother, and we appreciate you. You're welcome anytime
Thank you,
on the
brother.
panel, man.
I'm
Yes, you
ready to
do.
follow
Appreciate
you.
you,
I'm
brother.
following
I
you.
appreciate all of y'all. Thank you
I'm
so much.
following
That's
you.
good. Alfonso,
I'll
I'm
follow
sorry
you
you didn't
already,
get a
sweetheart.
chance to
You're on
speak.
the martial
If you
officer
want to say
page.
I
something
can hear
real
you,
quick,
brother.
Alfonso,
I
I'll
got
let
some
you
questions.
speak. But we're about to end the live, and then I'm gonna let Wolfie and Cousin close out the live after you speak. Go ahead, Alfonso.
Oh, I want to ask her a question. Y'all question.
We
My
can't hear you,
question.
brother. You got to talk a little louder.
I want to ask questions. Can you hear me now? I want to ask y'all questions. Y'all start bringing about. My dad tried to get a passport. He's 80. He just turned 80, and they giving him a hard time. And they said it look like he's not born in the United States. He's got to get
send for his birth certificate. He's got to send for what do you call it? His marriage certificate, tax stuff, about 7 things. He said if they get 3 of those things, I'm wondering if you guys got parents that are older have issues getting passports.
I don't know what that is. I would just say it says remove non-apocal content. It's okay. I don't know. I keep saying remove non-apocal. I don't know why I keep saying it. He's not even up here anymore. Alfonso, I would just say
I could only say, brother, that because the records that they are looking for were so old that he's going to have a difficult time finding them from 80 years ago. Nothing was computerized. If they have his records from where he was, and depending upon how big the county, city, state was, and how effective they kept their records, becomes a real factor in someone as you get older.
Can I tell him what to do?
tell him.
So
I know
yes.
we're getting ready to go.
Oh, please! If you got information, I say go for it, baby.
Okay. All right. Alfonso.
They don't want you back. There's something going on with your profile picture or something like that was inappropriate. I didn't see it. I don't know what it was. But stop requesting because it keeps bringing up this flag on my screen that not to let you back up in the live. And I promise you, it's nothing I did. I'm not making this up. This is what's really going on. And I've never seen it before. I'll be honest, this is the first time I ever seen something like that where it told me to drop you. And I didn't see any bad images. So stop requesting. Because
That was scary. Okay, what I was trying to tell Alfonso, I'm as a notary. This is what you can do. You go because you do have family still alive, right?
Yeah, he said he got a copy of a birth certificate, and they said it's not good. They said it went digitized.
No. This is what you got to do. Okay, get your family members. You need 3, and go and do an affidavit. Go do an affidavit and have it notarized, saying that he is who he said he was. Okay, you get the affidavits and you take those along with the other paperwork that they're requesting, and along with the birth certificate, because that is the proof that they can then take that, and if they need to follow back, they will have live witnesses to say he's who he is.
Wait, what are we talking about? Land ownership, land
No, he
patent?
said his dad is trying to get a passport.
No. This is just for.
It's just for what?
Go ahead.
Trying to get a passport.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
he's born and raised here since 1944, South Carolina.
I understand, but he might have been born in a
Oh
county.
yeah, that's why I said it depends on how small the joint was where he at.
If he was born in a county where they didn't keep records, and they don't have a record of that, then if the vital statistics does not have that, I was just giving you the Negro side. What we used to do is get affidavits, and they even ask for obituaries. That you have to have something that will identify him as who he is. That's all I'm saying.
I got grandma's paperwork.
Go to your family church. They have records.
There's records.
Yeah, man, my town went bankrupt. The town went bankrupt.
There it is. Okay, that's what happened. Well,
Can you hear me?
You said his town went bankrupt where he was.
Mm-hmm.
My town went. It's bad.
Alfonso, how old are you?
How old are me? I'm 58.
Oh, okay. I thought you was older too.
Okay, but just tell him to get the if you want to certify his identity, you can get live witnesses to do an affidavit to say he is who he said he is. That's the easiest and cheapest because notaries may cost like $7.
Okay, I'm telling
You're still in the room and you haven't got the email yet. Just come back tomorrow. We'll make sure when Duvion comes up, we allow a space for her, and we'll make sure you get the email if you haven't got it already. Okay.
I didn't get it.
Because you want to say something about the media? Because I got a good ending.
Go ahead, cousin.
Well, in that case, I guess I will. Okay. Do not forget, family, to tune in to the new Black Media. Professor Black Truth, The Black Authority, 𝗔𝗯𝘁, Vicki Dillard, Lisa Cabrera, Torian Rain, Afro Elite. These are foundational brothers and sisters who are spreading the word of FBA.
Mm-hmm.
Each one reach one, each one teach one, each one become a B1 Brigade member. This is how we form a block of grassroots foundational impenetrable power.
Mm-hmm.
I landed right there, family.
No
Too
Too
fear.
much.
much.
Can I add one more thing too, brother?
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, real quick, Foundation. Go ahead.
I'll be quick. We have to make sure we get ahead in that whole BP 2025 movement because we got to
Mm-hmm.
make sure the grassroots and the money is staying here U.S. centric.
Mm-hmm.
I've been hearing a lot of global this and global that.
Been hearing the same thing,
Nothing
brother.
wrong.
Like what I
That's
have
why
for
I'm not
y'all.
for it. I can't be if it's not lineage based. I don't want to join another group, y'all. I don't want to be a part of a group.
No.
If it's not
Y'all
lineage
ready?
based, I don't want to be a part of it. I've been hearing those things. That's why I've been kind of on the side. I'm still praying for them brothers and sisters, though. I'm
Yeah.
still
Mm-hmm.
praying for them. I wish them the best. I want them to succeed. I just don't want it to get hijacked.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Too much.
So that's my
Say
thing. So
your
that's my
goodbye
thing.
because
Like, there's
once
a
I
lot of our
start
brothers.
playing, I want you to end it whenever you get ready. It's only gonna be a 2 minutes. It's my boy, and it's talking about what we were just talking about. But y'all ready? Here you go. Black nationalism only means that the black man should control the politics and the politicians in his own community. The time when white people can come in our community and get us to vote for them so that they can be our political leaders and tell us what to do and what not to do is long gone. By the same token, the time when that same white man, knowing that your eyes are too far open, can send another Negro into the community, get you and me to support him so he can use him to lead us astray, those days are long gone. The political philosophy of black nationalism only means that if you and I are going to live in a black community, and that's where we're going to live, because as soon as you move into as soon as you move out of the black community into their community, it's missed for a period of time, but they're gone, and you're right there all by yourself. We must understand the politics of our community. And we must know what politics is supposed to produce. We must know what part politics play in our lives. And until we become politically mature, we will always be misled, led astray, or deceived or maneuvered into supporting someone politically who doesn't have the good of our community at heart. So the political philosophy of black nationalism only means that we will have to carry on a political program of re-education to open our people's eyes, make us become more politically conscious, politically mature. And then we will, whenever we get ready to cast our ballot, that ballot will be cast for a man of the community who has the good of the community at heart. And the economic philosophy of black nationalism only means that we should own and operate and control the economy of our community. You can't open up a black store in a white community. White man won't even patronize you. And he's not wrong. He got sense enough to look out for himself. And you who don't have sense enough to look out for yourself. The white man is too intelligent to let someone else come and gain control of the economy of his community. But you will let anybody come in and control the economy of your community. Control the housing, control the education, control the jobs, control the businesses under the pretext that you want to integrate. No, you're out of your mind. The economic philosophy of black nationalism only means that we have to become involved in a program of re-education to educate our people into the importance of knowing that when you spend your dollar out of the community in which you live, the community
in which you spend your money becomes richer and richer. The community out of which you take your money becomes poorer and poorer. And because these Negroes who have been misled, misguided, are breaking their necks to take their money and spend it with the man is becoming richer and richer, and you're becoming poorer and poorer. And then what happens? The community in which you live becomes a slum. It becomes a ghetto. The conditions become run down. And then you have the audacity to complain about poor housing in a rundown community. Why, you run it down yourself when you take your dollar.
How long is this, Wolfie?
No, I'm stopping it now. I told you to end it when you get ready. This is an hour long.
Okay, we can't listen to the whole hour.
No,
But
no, we
damn.
can't. I really went to the part that I want y'all to hear.
Yeah.
I
You
always
need to
play
speak.
parts of his speech. That's the part I
Okay.
want y'all to hear about keeping our economy and Black nationalism. It's about thinking about us, bringing the money back to us, and building our community.
Now
Love
that
y'all.
brings me to this right quick. We're doing a blackout this Black Friday and Cyber Monday. We're spending
Okay.
foundational Black Americans. We're not patronizing their stores. That means Caribbean stores. That means African stores. We're only patronizing foundational Black American stores. You understand? So if you have a foundational Black American grocery store in your neighborhood, we got one here in Crenshaw. You need to travel there and get your groceries. We are patronizing our people. We're gatekeeping our community, and we're doing what's best for us. We don't care about what everybody else is talking about. They got to do what's best for them, but we got to do what's best for us. And what's best for us is patronizing our store. If y'all don't know, I have an online store, muchoart.com. I'm creating FBA gear all the time, and I got other stuff on there. A lot of you guys see some of these paintings in the background. I did those paintings. Those are my canvas paintings right here. Those are all mine. I do canvas paintings. I do T-shirts. I do socks. I do shoes. I even got shoes, y'all. So we're working on. I'm still working on Cousin Uncle's shirt. I'm gonna get those designs to him real soon. I just been busy. I'm gonna be doing some work on the Discord today. So y'all, those who are privy to the Discord, you're gonna see some changes to it. It's already coming out phenomenal. I'm learning Discord. I'm teaching myself Discord, and I'm actually starting to fall in love with Discord. I think Discord is an amazing place, amazing platform that we as foundational Black Americans need to start using. And it just looks too techy. It's not as friendly as TikTok or Twitter, but can it do the same thing and more? Yes, it can. So I'm learning that. We have a business meeting coming up on Saturday. So Saturday, everybody's open to watch the business meeting that we have on Saturday and Sunday. We're gonna have also a Zoom call on Sunday. I want you guys to see what we're doing. Well, we can't tell you everything. But the things that we can show you, we're going to show you. I want you to see the phenomenal things that Black Americans are doing. Don't let them say that we can't work with each other. Don't let them say that we can't get along. Don't let them say that don't get in business with your family and your friends. I get it. Get in business with the people that want to be in business with you. That's what I'm saying. Learn how to work with each other. Learn how to put your feelings aside and use your intellect. And understand that some people might know more than you. That's all you got to understand. Some people might know more than you. And everything y'all need to fact check and research it so the family can grow. So we're going to build a business. We're going to show you how to do it. We're going to put together a blueprint, and then we're going to present it to the family so y'all can go run with this too. So we have a blueprint that we're working on right now. I want y'all to see our success. Once we're a success, we're going to pass down that success to the FBA family, because other groups are already doing this, y'all. It's just us that are Johnny-come-latelys to it. We were doing that in the 50s, 60s, and 70s, and then something happened to us. Y'all know what happened to us. So we got to get that. We got to get that cohesion back. Okay. Great show. Y'all come tune in. 5 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 8 a.m. Eastern Time, 7 a.m. Central Time. Tomorrow we're gonna have another fantastic show. We're gonna stay on this buffer class though. I want to nail this buffer class thing home. I might spend a couple more days on this buffer class, but there's so many things in my notes that I didn't get to go over with you guys that I want to go over with you. Okay. So with that being said, it's the Too Much Moxie podcast. I'm your humble host, Too Much, and we are out, y'all. See y'all tomorrow.
Bye.